Good evening, everybody. Welcome to GHC Esports on Twitch. I am Ralph, aka Bitpost Hogaboom, here with the GHC Esports program. And tonight I have World Championship Harmonica Specialist, Marcy Ahlstrom. Marcy, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great tonight. I wish that I brought my instrument with me, but maybe for another day.
I mean, to be fair, I think last count you have like 257 different harmonicas. I mean, it's quite a collection you have.
Who's counting?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter anymore. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. This is Super Spring Break Ultimate, which is a partnership with WASIA, the Washington State Scholastic Esports Association. We've got sponsors like HyperX, Dreamwalk Coffee, ABC Gaming. You're going to be hearing from some of those people. You're also going to be hearing from Peninsula College. I'm sorry, no, Peninsula College couldn't make it. From Centralia College a little bit. I think their coach actually is going to be casting a couple of the matches with us tonight. Ton of stuff lined up, and we are about to get into match number one. But first, I know, Marcy, you've got some words for our students and for some prospective students that are maybe still in high school out there. So I wanted to turn it over to you. What do you got for us?
Awesome. Well, welcome everyone to Super Smash Spring Break Ultimate. Really excited about tonight. If you didn't know, Grace Harbor College, we're a community and technical college in Western Washington, located in Aberdeen, Raymond, and Owako. And we have amazing programs. No matter what your career, your college interests are, we have the academic programs to support you and your goals. So there's a couple things students can be doing right now to prepare to step into the next phase of their education. Whether you want to enroll in college next quarter, starting April 12th, we still got about a week and a half left before spring quarter. Or if you're thinking about starting in fall, which September classes are coming right up, there's a few things that you can be doing now. One is apply to Grace Harbor College. You can do that at ghc.edu/apply. And the second is to fill out your financial aid applications. Whether you're filling out the FAFSA or the WASFA, finishing those financial aid applications is a really important piece to taking the next step in your education. So we're ready to help you at Grace Harbor College take that next step. Visit us in our virtual assistance lobbies. That's ghc.edu/apply for the next steps that you need to take to get started.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I see Unyoto is there in chat. Lord Drago is there in chat. I think that's running solo Drago from Peninsula College. Duck Dog and Mystic are not going to make it tonight. I see Enzo is here. Enzo, my man. Swag. I have missed him. I haven't seen him around lately. So, but there's so much stuff to go over, Marcy. I mean, I'm going to be giving away this to the winner. I don't know if it's showing up on stream. This to the number one winner, a prize from HyperX, along with a $20 for prize number one, and then $10 for second place. In tonight's, I think that's PayPal. That's a generous donation, actually, sponsorship from somebody who wishes to remain anonymous. So bless her heart.
Cool.
It's very, very kind of her to support our local gamers. But I think we need to get underway. I'm going to bring on our two casters. We have Blastin' Buddy and NG Antagonist going to be casting this first round. And actually, before we get too far, no, wait. I'm gonna save the bracket. I'm gonna shush. I'm gonna back out. So we are gonna go. I'm actually gonna head into the next room and get them settled. Blastin', Antagonist, it's good to see you. No time to chat. I'm gonna turn it over to the two of you down in the Dreamwalk Coffee casting booth, and we're gonna go get ready for game number one. You'll see it in just a second. Good luck, folks.
Spectacular. See you around, Ralph.
Good evening, NG.
Howdy, howdy. It's good to be here. Good to have the chat here.
There's gonna be quite a few games.
This is quite a few games, and it looks like we've got some fun ones in here. I am excited to see how this plays out.
I know there's there's all three people from GHC here.
That's true.
I'm not sure if there's anybody else in the roster, but I've seen from previous weeks.
We lost. Previously, we were going to have Flo, but something seems to have fallen through. I was excited to see him return, but I guess he saw his opponent and he was like, you know what, I'll probably have to fight Dragon. I'm not doing that again. Maybe if I was Flo, he played against Dragon last week. He'd also played against Squimples in the past.
Oh,
From
okay.
Centralia?
Uh,
I can't remember. Yeah, he
There's
like
somebody
he
from
he
Centralia.
played, what was it, Palutena, and then he got a win. He lost once on Palutena, and then he just started swapping characters repeatedly and like
oh yeah,
spamming moves.
he just like he played like 9 different characters.
Yeah.
Was he the one who did like the like I think Dragon had won a game 6. Was he the one who did a game 7 anyways?
I don't remember them doing a game, an extra game, but honestly, I might have lost track.
I know it I think it wasn't this week. It certainly wasn't this week because I wasn't here. But I remember last week.
Yeah.
I think it was Dragon or Ferdizzle, where they did like a game 7 despite it ending at game 6.
Well,
Which I mean, I'm not against. More Smash is always good.
we just like to play it out here. We do have 2 contestants. One whose names are just Dragon, but minus 1 letter. They just have different.
I was Dragon.
Fortunately, one is called Solo Drago, so it's easier to.
Simply because of the similarities in their names, I kind of want them to both go against each other. But with how it's...
I'm excited for it. It looks like it's gonna be late in the series if they do make it that far. But
yeah, it'd be like
that's the luck.
Like if
That'd be a showdown.
whichever one wins would have to go into like the wait, we're going in?
Are we going in? Where are we going into? Match 1 is Dragon
Samus
versus
and Terra.
Eric Attack. Our own GHC Dragon.
It's been
Terry,
been a week or two
think
since we've
we've
seen
seen. Haven't we seen? Didn't Dragon get lose his his streak to it? The final match was a Terry, right?
I can't remember. I want
I
to
feel
say
like Dragon's taken a lot. Someone's taken a loss to a Terry.
I know somebody's saying it was like an unexpected character swap. Like a wait, what?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was like what lost Dragon his streak, because he Dragon lost the game and then his opponent swapped, and it was like, why?
Why would you swap? Good charge beam, by the way.
Okay, well, all right. He's learned a thing or two. We're at neutral. This is a very even match. They're just playing with each other. It sounds like we maybe don't have game audio, which is a little bit disheartening because Terry's got just so many good sound effects.
Are you okay? The sound will
Look, he
always
shouts a
put
lot of
fear in my heart.
Yeah, yeah. If he has to ask, you know the answers now.
Oh, also,
Oh my gosh.
I just looked at chat for a moment, and apparently Flo still is in, but under a different name.
Flo is in under a different.
They're Mr. Meowers.
Okay, they're
bad.
Mr. Meowers. I see. Very exciting.
This is a
Very exciting. All right.
It's one of the most even games I've seen in a while.
This is Dragon.
Ooh,
oh,
good Buster
yeah.
Wolf.
See, and I was just about to say that. Oh, Dragon's actually kind of ahead on this, but no, it's
Once you get hit once,
Go
it's
Sauce
just
Terry.
once he gets that
That
speed
was-
up, you can't stop him.
all right.
Not quite lethal.
Not quite lethal, but for Terry, it'll do it.
hmm.
He can't quite make it back to stage.
I feel like I think he could have made it if he uses recovery there.
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, Dragon's
Dragon-
got a
you
good
know-
lead
you know
here because
Dragon
Samus
likes
can
to
be
feed
very
for that
defensive.
spike. Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, Dragon has played very defensive, and it's made it so that Terry hasn't been able to get in. He's done a very good job. Eric has done an excellent job of when he does
Pushing the
get in,
offensive.
he gets a lot of value out of it. But
Like he can make himself an opening and take good advantage of it. Yeah. It seems Dragon's caught on to that shtick that every Terry uses.
Dragon did. That was a really smooth spot dodge to avoid the
Oh, won't
power
work
jump.
twice.
My gosh. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, the more you spot dodge, the slower it becomes. So you can't break out of combos like that as easy.
It's not over yet for Eric, though, as if he can
It's not over
get
yet
to
at all.
just
No.
a little above 100, it can shift
Yeah, there we
real
go.
quick.
He's got Ghost Sauce. We're firing off. We're firing off to the blast zone.
He's
Okay.
got the speed.
Oh, I don't know if that was the right. I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure
if
what
that
he
was
was
a
setting up
power
for.
geyser, that might have killed. That might have been the game.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to aim for one of those instead, but
Yeah.
poor Terry.
Ooh, I think that was a misinput. Those power geysers, you can't count on them to win if you can't consistently do the input, you know?
Oh, there's the audio.
What? I still don't hear it.
I heard game audio for just the ending theme. What? Technical difficulties. First match.
I think so. I do this sometimes when I'm playing Smash, where I'll have the audio off on my TV, but I'll still hear it. And I think that's what just happened. I don't think you heard anything. I think you just heard it.
Wait,
You're just so used to seeing that and hearing the ending, because I have that happen all the time when I'm playing my main character. I'll I'll start hearing his little sound effects.
I hate that I know you're probably right, because I've had that happen in other games. Like, I'll be playing, like, I don't know, Destiny with the audio off, and I'll see my friend die, and I can hear in my head Guardian down.
Yeah.
I can just hear the lines.
It just shows up. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Let me center myself a little bit better on my camera here.
I'd say for game one, people in chat are saying they heard it.
Really? Okay. Well,
they said, is music off or is the capture card sound really low? I mean, I could go pop in and ask.
You might be able to check on it. I'm not sure what's going on with the audio, but if somebody doesn't know, that'd be a good thing for us to tell the team.
Give me like I don't know, until the next match starts.
Yeah, we'll see. Thanks for being able to reach the team there, Blastin. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. That was an amazing first game. I'm pretty sure Dragon's gonna have this, but it's only game one, you know? We don't know what we'll see. Maybe we'll see a switch from Terry. Maybe we'll see a switch within Terry. Sometimes it's just the skin swap. It changes how you play, takes over the game.
They said it should be fixed, like for the next game.
Okay, very good.
So, what are you talking about?
I was just talking about that was just game one. You know, we're in a best of 3 here. Game one, it's feeling good for Dragon. But
I forgot we're not playing the best of 7. I'm like in the mindset of best of 7.
All right, game 2.
I forgot we're already at match point.
I said it might have only taken a skin swap. You know, maybe he's playing different now.
I would think he'd switch to like red, since red colors make people more aggressive.
I'm pretty sure he switched to yellow. And actually, yellow's the one that I really like to pick because I think it's really obnoxious. And
that is a good way to put it.
Yeah, and and I think I really don't like yellows, but that's why I like to play them sometimes. I'm
not sure how to feel because it might actually be working.
Yeah, it look at this. This is what I said. Maybe the skin swap, it changes the way you play and boom. Sometimes it's more effective than actually changing, like maining a different character. Just like having a different style and kind of tying it to a skin. People do that.
It's like the
people
subtle
really do
shift
that.
of like, really?
Yeah.
Huh. That. Okay, I could imagine that for like characters who have palettes that are like different genders. Like Robin, for example.
I see, yeah.
I wouldn't really think of that being tied to like a palette.
People just practice different ways. Like they'll prioritize different strategies or something, you know? I don't know. It's just like different styles.
It's almost like telegraphing your play style. Like, hey, I'm wearing red, so I'm gonna be in your face the entire time.
Uh, yeah.
Like, huh.
Everybody
Ooh,
likes a good pronounced attack, and oh my gosh. Okay, wait.
that was a good dodge and
I
back
didn't
air.
get to hear the power geyser. The audio was not fixed.
It was here at the start of a round.
Wait, you're right. Wow, what is going on with our audio today?
Oh, hi, Celexa. Audio issues, but otherwise, pretty good matches so far.
Pretty great so far. Dragon is back to boxing out
there we go.
We are back! Audio, glorious audio!
It just requires us mentioning it.
Oof. Dragon, back to his little bunker. Oh my gosh.
For those just tuning
setting
in,
it up safe and
for those just tuning in, it's Dragon 1 into Eric 0, best as 2 out of 3. Just a couple good hits is all he needs.
But, you know, when
you're Terry.
It's either way, that's the thing, yeah. Terry at 100%. One good hit. And it's, oh, why are you that close to the blast zone?
I'm actually impressed that didn't kill.
The legendary DI out of Dragon just barely keeping him safe, but not from that one. Oh my gosh. And that's what that's what we were just talking about. Just a couple.
There we go. Even the odds very quickly.
Yeah. Dragon's gameplay is just so defensive that when he finally just throws out a forward, I'm always so taken aback.
It's like this is not supposed to happen. He's not supposed to be aggressive.
That's so unsafe. That's so just reckless. Why would you ever just give it all up like that?
I like to describe Dragon as aggressively defensive.
For sure.
Like, he'll hold his ground, but if he finds he's losing a bit too much ground, he will just whap the enemy across the map to get that ground back.
Yeah. Like,
and it'll just so happen
to
get
get center
killed.
stage, and I'll put you way over there to get it.
Nice!
Ooh, the
countered the tackle with his own
attack,
tackle.
just a little bit faster.
I think that might have been like the I think that would have been the deciding move.
I think for sure that was the deciding move.
Hey.
Howdy.
I'm still in the mindset that we're playing best 4 out of 7 instead of 2 out of 3, so this feels really weird.
Best of 3s are very, very quick. I see we've got the ghost fragment of Marcy there in place of Jacob. We are bringing in Jacob. Hey, there he is. Jacob,
here we are.
made it. Welcome. So this is Jacob Beach from Centralia College Esports, who has been a really great partner for us. I know when we first started up, I phoned him up and asked a ton of questions, and he answered most of them, but I think I wore him down. Anyway, we've had a lot of fun playing Smash against Centralia, playing Valorant, playing Rocket League against Centralia. It's great to have you here, Jacob. I do believe that we are going to sub out Antagonist. So we'll cut you out in just a second. Stick around for a moment longer, sir. But we're going to have Carson and Jacob actually cast this next match. I think we're getting people in the arena now. Just going to check my messages here. Okay. Yeah, I think we may be getting people into the arena. Before we jump too far into it, Jacob, give us a 30-second pitch for why, if you're in high school and you're considering a college, they should pick you.
Number one thing I can offer to high school students, try to make yourself visible. Honestly, as colleges, our job is student success. So if you come in there with that right mentality and be like, hey, I want to learn about esports, I want to try to get a career in this one way, shape, or form, either player, coach, analyst, something, show that drive, show that direction, and colleges will want to pick you up. They want you. All the students I have, including who we're going to see here in this next match, came to me saying, hey, I want to play esports, I want to do this, but I also want to potentially get a career in this. I know there's those careers out there. Can you help me get there? And colleges, we have that duty to our students. I will always make the extra effort for my students. Put yourself out there, high GPA. If you have drive to get a job, I don't care how good of an esports athlete you are. I'm going to get you in my program, and I'm going to give you all my attention, all my effort, and get you there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, it looks like we're getting our next contestants in the lobby. So I got to tell you, speaking of opportunities, I'm breaking in a new producer tonight. Joshua Milkmail, one of our students here at Grace Harbor College, League of Legends player, is sitting for the first time 2 rooms away from me. I'm wondering if we can bring up tonight's bracket. Is that available? Let's see if the button works. Woo! Look at that, folks.
There we
It
go.
looks
Stand-up
gorgeous.
producing, that is very difficult to do. And this kind of hands-on experience for a student at a community college, that's crazy. This
Yeah.
producer can now go to other big publications, T1 orgs, be like, hey, I've produced events before, and have that hands-on experience. Great job. Hats off to you, Ralph, for offering that for your students. That is so cool.
Yeah. It is super cool. So it looks like up next we have Centralia College's the marvelous Mr. Meowers, which I believe is Flo, right? That's Chocket, Chase
Yep.
H.
Correct.
Awesome. Up
Yeah.
against Ferdizzle. I do not know if we've got folks in. Yep, it looks
So
like we've
excited.
got okay. Yeah, it looks like we've got people going in there. So in just a little bit, myself and Antagonist are gonna beat it on out here. We'll send you two down to the HyperX casting booth for this next one. But it doesn't look like we're ready just yet.
Not quite
Still
yet.
waiting on messages coming in.
While
No.
getting in, this is what I mean. Obviously, Ralph's done a great program over there at Grays Harbor. They're the closest proximity school to us at Centralia, so I've been itching for COVID regulations to kind of let up and potentially get like a weekend training camp between our players. I've got to interact with a lot of the Grays Harbor students and my students, and they are really excited and looking for that opportunity to potentially do some kind of in-person training. You know, I have 5 years coaching experience. I'd love to be able to offer that for Grays Harbor and give all our players a little bit more kind of hands-on experience. It's really exciting, and it's just so cool how long I've been in esports, and this is now a possible opportunity at college esports. So really excited and hope to see you guys soon in person. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So folks who got to see the starting. Oh, it looks like we're going into it.
Yep.
Okay,
We're
over
going
to
in.
Going in.
Jacob and Blast.
you later,
Thanks
NG.
for having me. I'll be back.
So Chocket, as this was referred to him, aka Chance Flow Hocket, mains Palutena for the most part. I've been working on him on other characters. We want to avoid Palutena because he doesn't enjoy the character. It's a very black and white, kind of neutral, and he's a very creative player, aka the tag Flow. He likes to go with it. So Me Gunner is one of his pockets. He doesn't play it a ton, but it's going to be fun. So let's see how they go.
You can't play me Gunner without using the Sans outfit. Let's be real here.
You have to. I think you have to forfeit that skin. It's beautiful.
Legally obligated to use him.
And of course, Me Gunner has a lot of mix-ups. The F Smash is not a projectile, even though it looks like it. We just saw the F Smash connect. He's got the same charge shot as Samus. I don't know what loadout Chocket is running right now. He kind of uses them all. But he does have that full charge
Judging
shot
by what
on
I
deck.
saw, he's currently running the charge shot and the also akin to Samus, the missile and super missile combo.
Okay. Of course,
There's the-
long up B recovery.
Yeah, the rocket
Now,
boost there, which I
Ferdizzle actually
believe.
took a win against another one of our players, Nihilism, this week. So let's see if Chocket can
Ooh.
avenge Nihilism, and he does connect with that down smash for the first stock here.
Yeah, I believe he first shown last week. Ferdizzle played a lot of He also played a lot of Palutena alongside Ike. But
Yeah,
just a week ago, he pulled out Pyro and Mifra out of seemingly nowhere there and just kicked ass with them.
yeah, they're really strong characters, especially online. Pyra, as we see here, the red character of the two that Ferdizzle can choose from, a lot slower but significantly stronger. Multiple kill moves at this percent. You have your down air into up smash combo. Up air is going to kill, up B is going to kill. But the recovery is weaker. Let's see if Chocket can take advantage of that. Like right there, if that second hit connects, that's actually going to be a stock at this percent.
Yeah, in terms of recovering, in terms of recovery, it's weaker. In terms of killing power, almost everything Pyra has is a kill move.
Exactly. Everything's a lot more punishable, but things hit so hard. Even that up tilt right there on that platform definitely has a chance to take a stock. Everything
Yeah,
except that side B.
It's kind of crazy. I want to say that'd be good for setting up into other things, but you don't have the sword while it's out there.
Correct. You're
Ooh.
kind of limited in your actions after losing it. We see Chocket up a full stock and 2 stocks now. Only at only at 129%. Going to go down to a lot. Now, one thing Chocket does specialize in is nursing these leads, as we see here, just nice little side B projectile play. Getting the back throw. Is he going to go for the spike? He does go for the spike.
Oh
Not
my
good
god,
look
he went for the spike.
Yeah, I like Ferdizzle going for that too, especially when you're down stocks. Those are the opportunities you have to try to get a reversal.
Those
He
are
does connect the F
they're
smash.
incredibly risky, but have such a payoff.
And when you're behind, you kind of have to take risks. So we actually see Ferdizzle switching to the Mithra, which makes sense at lower percents. Mithra struggles to kill, but can rack up percent very effectively. That being said, he's going to have to recover with a subpar recovery. I think Chocket's going to allow it for free. Nice drop
It
down
does
side
seem
B
that
from Ferdizzle.
It does seem that the two do have one comment in Fred, and that's that they both have lackluster recoveries.
Exactly. And that's typically what we see out of the sorties, except for, oh, nice landing neutral B. So
Ooh.
just out of percent to put him into flail, so he was able to actually act before hitting the ground. But yeah, Ferdizzle on the Pyramithra, they do struggle with recoveries, absolutely. Most sorties tend to, because they have so many other tools for the range. If they had strong either throws and or recoveries, then they're just maybe a little too strong. So we do see the early win there for Chocket. What'd you see?
Ralph is doing his old disappearing act on the left side.
Pulling a Meta Knight there with the cloak, just disappearing. He's probably there. We just don't see him. You know.
He'll be back eventually.
He'll be back. And so game one going to Chocket. Again, earlier this week, we did play Grace Harbor, both Chocket, as we saw in the game right now. He went against Dragon, and then Nihilism, who wasn't able to make it today for us, was one going against Ferdizzle, who we just saw there. So Chocket getting a little bit of payback there for
Revenge.
Nihilism. Just a little bit, you know, keeping the Centralia name in line. Now, that being said, Flo's definitely had, or Chocket rather, a couple kind of hiccups in Smash Ultimate. Ever since we switched to online play, something is just not enjoyable. Every Smash player knows that after you get a taste of good competitive in-person Smash, online's not the same.
There's just this intrinsic thing tied to it.
Yeah.
All right,
see,
game two, match point to Chocket.
So funny enough, you said,
what
oh, they got the wrong stage.
Oh, whoops.
Definitely a wrong stage. They're gonna run back. So funny enough, you know, mentioned Ferdizzle played Ike as well as Palutena. Chocket's main is Palutena, and his first secondary a lot of times is Ike. That being said, he plays so many characters. So we're gonna see. He should have the matchup knowledge and experience no matter what Ferdizzle goes for here. We'll see if Ferdizzle can make that comeback and see how he does on the Palu.
Something I found slightly at least interesting to myself to note is that Ferdizzle's mains before picking up Pifra was Palutena and Ike, whereas Pifra is kind of like one mode plays kind of like Palutena, like very combo heavy with high range, and everyone plays like Ike, where you have horrible recovery, but everything you do can kill the enemy.
Think about it, yeah, Mithra and Palutena's neutral besides the projectiles, pretty much the same. A lot of nair combos into up air strings, nair strings, and then Pyra's kind of like Ike. You get those two-piece confirms and big strong hits, and yeah, that's actually a good observation. So it's kind of takes his two main characters and puts them into one. That being said, Ferdizzle tries to play the war of exactly. Ferdizzle tries to play the war of attrition here by zoning out with projectiles. Chocket has a lot of experience in trying to camp out opponents, so interesting to see. I want to see Ferdizzle stay on the aggression here against Me Gunner and try to get in, use those nairs effectively. But we see Chocket really good at just kind of get off me tools here.
Unfortunately for Ferdizzle, I think aggression is the only way he's going to get out of this situation.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing that Chocket is prone to getting punished on in these kind of matchups is empty hops in particular. So jumping and landing without making a move onto Chocket's shield should net Ferdizzle a free grab or a nair out of shield at that point. Chocket, he will often, especially online, go for a panic option as somebody gets in his face, which he's landed a lot here because it doesn't get punished often.
It is rare for me to see people just jump. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. We see Ferdizzle
so many things you can do out of it.
He jumped behind Chocket, landed the fast fall, and didn't do anything. And Chocket went for a spot dodge because he saw Ferdizzle on him, and Ferdizzle got the free grab because of it. And those are called empty hops, tomahawks. Some people refer to them as, and really strong. So Chocket picking up first stock with the charge shot.
He's got so many different shots he can fire out.
Yep, and you know, you guys have Dragon over there. It's pretty much the same thing on that Samus. You know, mixing up those side Bs, neutral Bs, you get confirms off of them.
True, mixing up as many each shot has like its own different properties, so you can't dodge them all the same way.
Mm-hmm. Especially the lower charge shots, they give you confirms into your other abilities. Ooh, nice F smash by Ferdizzle to even up the stock counter.
As somebody often on the receiving end of those level charge shots, I can confirm they're a nightmare to deal with.
I remember charge shot, the biggest punish you can do is moving into them and then kind of jumping over them to get your punish. But again, if you guess wrong, and we've seen Dragon, he's really good at doing the short hop into the charge shot to catch those jumps. But Chalk It getting a huge lead here, 117% on stock 2.
We're kind of just seeing a little bit.
Down smash going to connect for Chalk It, though. So
That
Chalk It
was
with a full
unfortunate.
lead. Very unfortunate. As players, when you have a full stock lead like this, your goal really isn't to win the stock up 2 stocks, the game up 2 stocks. It's just trying to build
Just kind of
percent,
stack
which
up
we
as
call
much
credit.
damage as you can before you get KO'd.
Exactly. So just build as much credit as possible. So hopefully, if you do end up losing your second stock, all you gotta do is land one good hit to even it up.
True. At this rate, any damage he builds up is completely free for him.
I was about to say that is for
Ooh.
sure a bait. Chalk It 2 straight charge shots. Ferdizzle got hit by both, so Chalk It held it,
And-
hoping for Ferdizzle to land and counter, and yeah.
Charge shot mind games always mess with me so much.
Yeah, but especially online, you can't react to it, and if you just guess wrong, you get beat. So Chalk It with a pretty handy win there, but thank GHC for doing double elimination here. Double elimination is amazing for Smash. It means that is not the end we have seen of Ferdizzle. He will go to the loser side bracket.
Or
Every
Eric.
player, you need to lose 2 matches.
Yeah,
He will still
absolutely.
be in this.
Can we actually get a look at the bracket real quick? Can we pull that up and see where we're at? Because our next match is going to be Peninsula College's Running Solo Drago versus Anacortes High School's Foxtrot. I'm assuming
Let's go
they
high
are
school
getting into the
representing.
lobby now. Yeah, isn't that great?
I
So
love it. Let's
for
see what
those-
he's got.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we are partners with WASIA, the Washington State Scholastic Esports Association. We're going to hear from them soon. But our connection to Eric Attack and Foxtrot and BFAMs all comes through WASIA. Jason Dilly there has done a fantastic job at setting up a really compelling high school esports scene. So hats off to them and to all the players. In fact, you can regularly see Foxtrot and Eric Attack and BFAMs play on WASIA and WASIA member streams. They've got some really, really good games. We pull them on in the arena whenever we can. So I believe.
So they're going to whoop up on all of our college players right now, is what you're saying.
Definitely gonna give them a run for their
I
money.
like it. Hey,
I
our
have my
number 1 player in the
suspicions that-
PNW is a high school senior. Our number 2 player is a high school senior. Those being, of course, Pandarian and Pokepen up here. So these high school kids, they're good at what they do. So I love to see what they have to offer.
Yeah, Pandarian in particular is an outstanding player.
Scary.
Yeah,
Scary.
and a pretty spicy Twitter feed as well. I follow their Twitter, and I was like, well, I can't retweet that on the college account, but you know, it's still good stuff. So yeah, I believe they are getting in right now. We are actually going to sub you out in a bit, Jacob. We're gonna bring in Joni. I don't know if they're connected yet. Yeah, for casting with Carson this next series, and then I think we'll be able to bring Antagonist back into the fray after that. So
sure.
just keeping it fresh and giving our casters a chance to, use the restroom, get a drink of water. Does not look like they are in
we have some
the
downtime.
lobby yet. Yeah.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I do in my program. It's not all just about Grays Harbor. They're great, but Centralia College, we're about an hour to the east, little south of Grays Harbor.
I
run
disagree. It
essentially
is
the
all
same
about
kind
Grace
of
Harbor,
program.
but no, all right.
No, we're all, and I know for sure, I've known Ralph since day one of them getting their program over there, even a little bit before with Grays Harbor. All we want is student success. We want to offer these opportunities, and trust me, for 3rd year now at Centralia College of our esports program, it's amazing, these students, how much they can open up and find something to it with around other gamers, other people that want to do what they do, get better and improve. It's a great experience. It's so rewarding as a coach, as a coordinator. Really happy to see it. So no matter where you are, look for your colleges, see if they have esports programs. Obviously, Ralph wants you there. Obviously, I want you at mine. But there's plenty of spots to go around. If you have an interest in
Pick a
esports,
side.
talk to your college, talk to us, and get in. And hopefully we see that we're all trying to help each other out. We just want you guys to have fun, enjoy, and most importantly, get those degrees. So look at your colleges, get in there.
And, speaking of colleges, I think we have Joni from UW in. So if our producer could give us H1, H2, H3, H4, let's put them all on screen. We've got Joni with us. No, we've got Antagonist back.
Welcome back, I
with
guess.
Joni. All right. So you are back in.
I suppose so. The whole thing crashed for a fair while for me.
Gotcha. Okay, I think you're fighting with Joni in for casting rights. So we'll turn over this next match to you and Carson, and then we'll sub Carson out for Joni, which means we will end up saying goodbye to Jacob. But we'll let you two take over the next match. I don't see them.
It was good seeing you, Jacob.
No problem. I'll drop out of here. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
You as well.
I don't see our players hopping in just yet. I think we are having some trouble getting in and out of lobbies.
Before the match starts,
okay.
I'm going to go get a quick drink of water.
You've got literally just a couple seconds, and he's gone. All right. Yeah, no, they're about to go into it. We're actually sending you.
We're getting into it.
That's it. He's had enough, though. He's out of here. I guess
Carson
I'll join
desperately needs water.
Yeah, I'll cast with you until Blaston gets back. Pira Mithra,
Oh my
I am
gosh.
so glad we are seeing some of that. I feel like I've seen this DD before. Antagonist, did we lose you?
Of course,
Did
the
Joni
moment I
grab
step
that
away.
Yeah, yeah.
I lost
All right,
my
well,
right.
I'm going to turn it over.
A
Gotcha. Are you back, Antagonist? We lost you for a
while. I
second.
am back.
There we go.
All right. It looks like they have kept this a really even beginning. My goodness.
DDD is
Just
not a common sight, but I love him.
Yeah, absolutely not a common sight, but also never to be like slept on. Every single time I think, oh, haha, DDD. I just,
Chihu Gordo go bunk.
I feel like I get taken to a kindergarten classroom and schooled on some really basic like square go in square challenges. You know?
Yeah, DDD, he has some of the obvious
gosh.
glaring weaknesses, like his
We need to enable night vision.
Whatever.
It's all gone so dark. There we are.
There we go.
Night vision enabled.
Like the fact that the Gordo can be hit back by almost any attack and hit him instead. Though he
Yeah.
can also eat almost any projectile in the game and spit it back.
Well, and like sometimes he just eats you, and you think, oh, well, that's not that big a deal. He just spits me out and knocks me not so far. And then you hold towards him when you come out of it, like a goofball, and then he just spikes you into oblivion. And you go, oh, I
It's
should
like-
never do that again. But
It
40.
in a way is like one of the textbook examples I use of moves that are good for like setting things up. Because like I don't
Yeah.
think it scales of knockback at all.
It does. If you eat someone at really high percent, you like spit them really far away.
Ah, okay.
It's pretty inconvenient. But at that point, you can kind of just drop off the ledge, and like you might just star them into the lasso. It's just kind of hard to recover
True.
after
You can kind of just fall into the abyss with your opponent.
that. Yeah. And audio is back. Foxtrot is Foxtrot gonna take this on Drago? I think he might. Drago,
Are we gonna see a
hitting the
comeback?
chains, but not really sticking with it. Oh my gosh.
Not really having like the commitment they need with Mithra.
Yeah, they're able to get the chip damage, but Mithra against DDD, we need to see a lot more of things like that, but maybe for a little bit longer even. Because DDD's a big boy, but that means that every hit he gets is a big hit, and every hit Mithra hits is is not a very
Not-
big hit.
not a
She
big
needs to get
hit.
a lot of them. But switching to Pyra, I think this might be a little bit more a fair battleground, but
Oh, there we
the
go.
up tilt from DDD just takes it absolutely away, just giving him more rage to steal the stock with.
I always forget about Rage. It makes you do so much.
He's a
Like-
strong boy. He's a strong boy without the madness, but the rage just
Once he
awakens
gets the
something.
Rage, it's like, oh, I got hit for like 45%. Guess I'll die.
Guess I'll just ascend to the top blast zone and then spiral off into the background.
Like, in the very rare case where I pick the DDD, I normally use that as a joke, but I'm legitimately scared by DDDs that know how to use the rocket hammer.
DDDs that know how to use the rocket hammer are DDDs that know how to shield break me. And yeah, I'm really scared.
And then they use the
when-
rocket hammer.
when my opponent knows a setup to shield break me. Because I'm kind of a dummy. And if they know a way to shield break me, I might fall into it. I don't have to do it every time, but if they try it 5
I know.
times and I mess up once,
I know that I, for one, rely on my shield possibly far too often, but I really should. And so if a character has something to shield break, I'm gonna get shield broken at least once during the match.
yeah, if they have a plan that shield breaks me, I'm probably gonna fall for that bait at least
And if the
once.
match gets really close, probably twice, ending the match.
One of my favorite things about
I
AD
think-
is actually that he has a really simple shield break.
Isn't it kind of just you land the Gordo and forward smash him? Also, Mewtwo's here, I guess.
Oh, DDD? Yeah, DDD is like Gordo. Most attacks, like most aerials, I think will do it. Depends on, how much the shield's
Yeah.
being worked on. But this Mewtwo swap off, absolutely gorgeous, and really looking like it's
Wow.
doing the trick. My goodness!
It's
Holy
pushing every button he
days!
needs.
He just had the read into every motion that Foxtrot could possibly make, and just
That was
he was
beautiful.
all over the place. Look at him move. This is an entirely different beast.
I don't think I've ever seen a Mewtwo, but I already love watching it.
All right,
Got with the Ford.
DDD
down tilt.
DDD's still playing the game. Yeah, I don't know why we're doomed to have no audio today during any games, but that's
It's very intermittent. Whatever. There we go.
It's back. Beautiful. Oh, the spot dodge being
Ooh.
doesn't. That hitbox keeps coming. Ooh, jab
air-
at the ledge. One of my favorites.
Ooh.
Now what's he gonna do?
Not bad.
How does he recover? How does he counter recover? He jumps in place. He tomahawks nothing. The grounded
hardest-
Shadow Ball fully charged takes the stock.
The hardest wild card, doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, honestly, it makes me nervous when my opponent does that. I realize how much I should do it more. As what Jacob was talking about with the tomahawk grabs, I don't do those enough.
My brain is not wired to have do nothing as an option. Ah, that was unfortunate.
And there it is. My goodness, we have a first actual game making it to the third game.
It was gonna happen
Ah,
eventually. But
it's so
this
close.
is-
It's so beautiful.
Oh, hi guys.
Welcome back, Ralph, and the husk of
I'm
Jacob.
doing some updates in the background. We can go back to
I
H3H4. I don't need to be here.
Fantastic.
Okay, bye guys.
Wow, my goodness.
Seeing
Mewtwo
two, like,
really seems to...
Rare but really weird characters.
Look. Mewtwo
I
is the
could
most
only
powerful
describe
Pokemon of all
them.
time. What do you mean weird and rare? Come on.
You say that when there's a Pokemon that's literally God.
Yeah, what I mean, Mewtwo's
Okay, fair enough.
made by humans,
And
so it's the strongest thing.
I'm not
we think it's
surprised to
the
see that they're sticking with it.
I'm not shocked to see that they're sticking with it either. But we'll see if Foxtrot's maybe learned from last match. Okay. He kind of
Definitely being a bit more cautious now.
Yeah.
That like pseudo. Ooh,
I-
he baited out
Mewtwo
not
made
the inhale with a little shot.
Yeah, and then just absolutely did whatever he wanted while
That was impressive.
DDD was snacking on tiny little munch, just like a gumball. He's just chucking gumballs at him, hoping he eats them. Go over there.
Does kind of remind me of some earlier weeks where people would like bait out reflectors.
Yeah. Ooh.
Except
Is that
DDD
a
reflects
down tilt?
people. I think so.
The vicious little tail motion from Drago. Oh my gosh. If that had hit, that was gonna be big damage.
I love watching matches of DDD where just because like the ball just bounces back and forth like a game of tennis.
Looking at DDD's movement versus like Mewtwo's
It's
is
so
so strange because Mewtwo is so smooth and like it's so strange but like commanding to watch his movement. Whereas DDD is so clunky and like struggling to get any motion.
He's kind of.
Oof.
DDD's in a perpetual state of tumbling.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty,
And that
2-1.
there just takes it.
Mewtwo could very quickly just wipe out DDD here if he gets a good opening.
Yeah. He's looking for him. He's kind of fiending for him and giving. Ooh. He kind of lost the
He ain't letting it happen.
Fiending for that. Oh.
Such a
And the up
meaty
smash.
up tilt.
Oh my gosh! That just took it.
What the? That killed? What?
I think there was some unfortunate DI.
I think there was some funky DI.
Or maybe an air dodge. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know.
Maybe that was.
Oof.
He might have jumped a bit too early.
Either way.
That was exciting to watch. I loved that.
Solo Drago definitely took it. One way or another. That was fantastic. All right, but
That was a great
Foxtrot
series.
not going down without a fight.
Yeah, holy smokes, that
Short
was a great
but sweet.
series. Can hey producer, can we get all four of us? I know that we don't have somebody in the second spot. We'll just leave the ghost of Jacob. He's over there. Don't pay any attention to the ghost of
Wait,
Jacob.
I didn't realize he wasn't here.
Yeah, no, he's not here.
I thought he was here.
Normally we are a little bit smoother about this stuff, but we're trying to get through all of these matches. I said at the beginning, I want to get everybody on stream. I want every match on stream, and everybody else said, you're crazy. And I said, well, yeah, I know, but let's do it. So I think we're going to let Carson off the hook for a little bit. He can get some water, go to the bathroom. We're going to bring in Joni from University of Washington in just a second. Antagonists, don't go anywhere. Carson, go ahead and close and get out. If we can cut back to just me for a second while we get new people in. And we are going to take a look at the bracket here in just a second as well. But I do want to talk for a moment about what it means to be coming as a Grace Harbor College student. We did hear a little bit, of course, from Jacob Beach at Centralia, but one of the things I want to talk about is what happened last week with Dragon. You got a chance to see Dragon play earlier. He is one of my players. He's also in line for the playoffs for this upcoming season, which I'm super excited about. But we were able to pair him with a coach last week who is currently ranked number 3 in the world for Samus, which is Dragon's main. That is amazing that we get that opportunity for our players to work with world-class professional coaches. And we go for coaching just about every week. So if you were looking to up your game while also getting an education, Grace Harbor College, I think, is the best community college choice for you. if you can get to a 4 year and COVID isn't an issue for you for relocating and doing all of that stuff with the bigger class sizes and the much higher tuition, by all means do that if that's in your future. But if you want to start with a place that has more of a focus on those connections and those relationships between people, where you've got smaller class sizes and people that are willing to help you and work with you through the material while also participating in a living, breathing esports program with pro level coaching, I think you should check out graceharborcollege.edu, sorry, ghc.edu/esports. Drop me a recruiting form. I've had a couple come in already from tonight's stream. I'm super, super excited to see that. I saw that Enzo in particular saying in chat that he's finally ready to be a GHC student as of tomorrow. Hot damn, it's about time. Do we have Joni and Antagonist here? Goodness, excuse me. Can we get H1, H2, H3, H4? Let's bring them all in. Yeah, we still have the ghost of Jacob. I'm so sorry, Jacob. I should have warned him that he was going to be a phantom on screen. Joni, how you doing, man? Do we have audio?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Sorry, I had to mute.
There we go. Good deal. I don't know why we have that phantom Twitch TV.ZanCity. ZanCity is another one of our casters. I'm sure we'll get that title updated in just a second. But I think we're going to hand it over to you two to cast the next match. Can we get a look at the bracket, actually, and see where we're at? I believe it is Squimples up against BFAMs from Mount Vernon High School. I've seen BFAM's name. I've seen them compete on some of the Cedar Woolley High School streams and the Wasia streams. It's been a while, and I don't remember BFAM's main. I don't remember, how they played. Super, super looking forward to this. Yeah, so, Joni, we've got a little bit of time to kill before they get into the arena. Hopefully they're getting in soon. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at chat. Thanks, Jacob. It's always good to hear you representing yourself from chat. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Joni. Tell us a little bit about your Smash history, your experience. So you're a student at UW. Are you in the gaming club up there?
No, actually, because of the pandemic, we don't have any clubs open. Like, they're all online. There is one, but it's really under the radar. Like, rarely, you don't hear about anything game related here right now. Though, yeah, I did start playing Smash since back in middle school. I'd like to say, started with 64 and went on with the games. Right now, I play Ultimate every now and then just for fun, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, BFAM saying in chat, won the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. That may be where I recognize that name. Ice on Deck is, of course, a name I recognize, not just from, the discords that are around in this area for the Washington State ones, but I think also from the NJCAA Discord as well. Ice on Deck playing for another team. Yeah, COVID is interesting. How are you making connections to the Smash community during this time? I mean, obviously this is one thing, but what are some other examples?
I've just met some friends, honestly. I just met some friends who play Smash and we just started playing Smash online kind of thing. So there's not really a club, but just there is definitely a community that plays Smash around here though.
Yeah. Well, I know it looks like we're still getting lobby info for the next match. I know that there is some stuff happening specifically for Washington State. Are you familiar with the Evil Geniuses running their Thursday night weeklies? I mean, I think they're running one right now. I wish they weren't because I want everybody here. But they do weekly events for college and high schools in Washington State for Smash every week. I think they're on week 4. Did you know about that?
I did not, actually.
I think I'm going to find it because they're doing really cool stuff, and I just want to support as much local Smash as possible. The Smash community is literally the best community. Okay, so I just spammed it in chat. There's Smash.gg for, that's the one for tonight, but keep an eye on that account on Smash.gg. That's one you want to follow to get involved in those weeklies that they do. Super, super cool. And I mean, I'm talking to you specifically, Joni, but also everybody else that's out there. I am getting, okay. Unyoto, who is Jason Dilly. That is the guy that runs Wasia and also the esports director at Cedar Woolley High School. In chat, who's dropping that link. I think it got spammed out because it was a link. It looks like we are still having trouble getting into the lobby. Getting ready soon. Okay, I think I'm gonna go jump and take a look at that. In the meantime, I guess I'll hand it. I'll send the two of you down to the Dreamwalk Coffee casting booth. Thanks so much to Dreamwalk Coffee for helping to sponsor this event tonight. I'll let you two chit chat and get to know each other. We are going to be jumping into that. Feel free to call for the bracket if you want to double check what's coming up next. But I'm going to go get those jokers into the arena. So good luck. Have fun.
Not yet. Get Squimples settled. Fantastic. There we go. Spectacular. Joni, it's good to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to meet you too, man.
Yeah. Just to introduce myself to you, and of course any viewers that haven't gotten to know me a little bit better, I guess I also, sort of similar to you, I started joining local Smash groups online. I've moved all about the state. I moved where I am now so that I'd be able to access like in-person tournaments, because they only really happen 2 places here in Washington. And where I used to live was kind of close to one of them, but in a really inconvenient way. And where I live now would be a lot more convenient to get to, like, Olympia, which is a bigger city, right? But of course, I moved in April of last year, so there are no in-person tournaments. So we're excited for in-person tournaments to resume as soon as it's safe. But
Yeah,
until then,
didn't Japan just recently host like a in-person tournament or something like that?
Japan has hosted a lot of certain other countries have like gotten a lot better than we have. I know that like Japan's opening like Nintendo World. If you haven't seen that theme park, you should maybe look a little bit into Nintendo World. It's beautiful. It's like a what's the Orlando theme park? Anyway, it's the Nintendo made a really like an official theme park, and it's really exciting. And that's going to be opening soon.
They're going in.
But for now, we finally have BFAMs and Squimples here in the match.
Captain Falcon. Okay.
Ah, yes, Squimples is our local Captain Falcon main, and he has this delightful little grab down throw into trying to absolutely destroy you combo that we're probably going to be seeing quite a bit of, but only assuming he can get in on this Pyra.
Oh.
Sorry, the skin's kind of hard to keep them separate. Ooh, can't go side being like that. Because once you've thrown your sword out, you can't do any other attacks, which includes recover.
Yeah, you definitely can't yeah, definitely. Oh, is he gonna get an E? Yep, he's gonna get an E.
Oh my goodness! He does it like that. A classic Squimples combo. Oh my goodness. So is this the first you've seen of Squimples gameplay? Joni? No, my poor man. I've gone and lost him. Well, I guess it's just you and me, chat. Except I don't actually have a way to read chat. I'm sorry, I'm not very considerate. I'm not a very good listener. But the Falcon Punch almost takes it away. But BFAMs finds the counter. Finally getting a little bit. That forward B just takes 21%. But the spike takes the stock at 100%. My gosh, Squimples. I certainly hope that if Joni can't speak, he can at least witness this gameplay, because this is absolutely devastating. He has clearly had some practice against Pyra and Mithra, and it seems that his poor opponent BFAMs here does not have the same experience playing Pyra and Mithra against a Captain Falcon. Unfortunate for them, but you know, we'll see if they have a more familiar character that they played before before the update, and we'll see if we get a fun little character swap, or maybe we see Squimples play around a little bit longer. It's always exciting to me. I'm sure his match against Solo Drago is going to be fantastic. After this match, though, we're going to be having our first in loser round for people clutching back into bracket. Our first match there is going to be Eric Attack versus Ferdizzle. Now, I was pretty shocked to see Ferdizzle take a loss here in round one, but Chalkit definitely earned it. Joni, you're with us. Can I hear you?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. That was a really nice ending. I'll say that with the spike.
That was a very nice ending with the spike. 100%. Oh my gosh. My visual was kind of cutting out. I don't know if that was on everybody, but it kind of like, for me, it just froze up and then it popped back up and he was being spiked. DK, what a swap. All right.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
To be, huh?
Oh, isn't gonna. Oh, he's not. Okay.
All right. BFAMS is playing very defensive. He's getting his space and he's trying to space out Captain Falcon. But Squimples does not like getting spaced out. He likes to get in and he likes to beat him up. So this is a pretty phenomenal little matchup. Look at him. He's getting in there.
Yeah, definitely. He's getting like really up close and personal.
Oh, but BFAM's just swinging the big hands, trying to tell him go away.
Oof.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
another
The
beautiful
spike recovery. Oh my gosh. I think BFAMS has not played against very many opponents who are so comfortable spiking like that. And that's really intimidating to go up against, because it's like when you don't have a very good recovery and your opponent's very comfortable just spiking you whenever, it feels like you're never allowed to recover. But if you keep center stage and you box him out, it doesn't matter. You don't have to recover. But you lose center stage, now you gotta recover. But BFAM's he keeps his cool.
Oh, another one. Yeah, like with it definitely
straight into the.
Yeah, like with Donkey Kong, he's really big, so he's actually really hard to combo with. And his up B, especially when he like his up B is really only good when you come to the side back into the stage. Oh, that was a really good knee.
That was beautiful. The down air to spike him off the ground and then into the knee. Squimples does it every time. Oh my gosh! I feel like you can't let Squimples just have his just do it like that. All right, BFAMS. I'm excited to see your game against Foxtrot.
That is going to be some good stuff.
You're moving on.
And Jacob's going to be probably sick of it at this point. We do have someone from Dreamwalk Coffee, from ABC Gaming, coming on to join us. I'm hoping that the two of you are going to take us through the next set as well. And then we'll give you a break and maybe bring in Blaston and maybe bring Jacob back. I'd love to have some more casting from him. So, can we take a look at the bracket?
Bring it back in.
There we go. Okay, so we just finished the first 4 games in our first round, where we sent 4 people down to the lower bracket. They are not out yet, but the next 2 games are actually going to send our first 2 people home, and we are headed into Game 5, which is Chimicum High School. That's Eric Attack going up against Ferdizzle, and then we're going to go back to Anacortes High School and Mount Vernon High School for Foxtrot and BFAMS to duke it out. I do want to say just one quick thing. Shout out to Eric Attack from Chimicum High School. I actually, both my kids were born in Port Townsend. We spent a lot of time in Chimicum, in Port Hadlock, for those who are familiar with the area. Hadlock decided at some point that they wanted to be a port like Port Townsend. and Port Ludlow, and so they said, no, we're not Hadlock, we're Port Hadlock. But I'd be curious, Eric, which side of the Hadlock controversy you fall down on. Are you on the Port Hadlock or plain old Hadlock side? However, I digress. Yeah, you can bring it back to H1, H2, H3, H4. So we are waiting for somebody from Dreamwalk Coffee to join us in here, and we're waiting to send you two to round 5 to cast the first of our lower bracket matches, where somebody's going to be sent home today. You've had a chance to see both Eric Attack and Ferdizzle play. Do we got any predictions for this game 5? What do you think we're going to be looking at?
Could my heart handle saying that Ferdizzle is the first to walk home?
That would be tragic. So
I couldn't make such a prediction.
Yeah, so whichever one of my 3 Smash players is playing a game at that moment is literally my favorite Smash player in the world. And Ferdizzle has been my favorite Smash player in the world, more times than I can count. Hey! Wait, you're that
my man, here he is.
Yeah, I'm that Russian.
Awesome. You are you're Dragonoff enthusiast. Let me get your title in there. Hey, welcome to the stream, man, and thank you again so much for helping to sponsor this Super Spring Break Ultimate. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm happy to be here and happy to help. We're Dreamwalk Coffee is good to help you with the streaming thing. Sorry, I'm nervous.
You guys are involved in tons of gaming stuff. I mean, you also run ABC Gaming, which has a variety of people playing everything from League of Legends. You do some Apex Legends. I saw you playing some Phasmophobia a couple of days ago. I was like, wait, hang on, I want to get it on the stream.
So yeah, we have like 3 people and we do streams together. And one of the other people, he plays a variety of games. His name is Styles Musclebones, and he plays League of Legends, all those games, just a giant variety. It's amazing.
Yeah, and his streams are a lot of fun to watch. Like I would say, folks, check him out on Facebook, ABC Gaming. Also look up Dreamwalk Coffee. I believe do you have like a coffee subscription? How does that work?
I don't believe we have a coffee subscription yet, but if you want any news, you could look up Dreamwalk Coffee on Facebook.com.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that now, and I'm gonna drop it down in chat. It's super cool to see local businesses that are also interested in competitive gaming. And I mean, you folks run Tekken events pretty regularly too. I mean,
yeah.
Full-on tournaments. You're another group out there doing tournaments.
Oh yeah. We run tournaments. We really enjoy it. We've run about like 5 so far, and it's just growing. It's pretty good. We have like really killers that come to play at our tournaments.
The few that I've seen have been pretty explosive. Like just the ferocity that comes out in Tekken is pretty exceptional.
Oh, there's a lot of really skilled players. For instance, you have like Chenzo, Daylight. The players that we're getting, it's just like the scale is going higher and higher each time, and it's really good. It just sucks I can't play right now.
Sure. Right. You have a hand injury, is that right? Oh no, I'm thinking of antagonist. No. I got my
have a hand injury. There is no way.
Yeah, that you're not able to play right now. Gotcha.
Oh no.
So I'm getting word that we are having trouble getting in touch with Eric. I think we're going to actually jump down to the next match. Can we pull the bracket up again? Let's take a look. And I did put the bracket in chat as well. So it looks like we are bringing in instead of Eric Attack versus Ferdizzle, we're doing Foxtrot versus B-Fams. Yep.
Oh, very fun.
Back in chat.
A double dose of B-Fams. I'm excited.
Yeah. Bring it on. Looks like we do not have that bracket available right now. That's fine. We do have that bracket in chat, so feel free to open up that Google Doc, and you can see how we're keeping track of these matches. Yeah, so we're just about to kick into that. Russian, if there's one thing you wanted people to know about Dreamwalk or ABC Gaming, one you already talked about facebook.com
Yeah, I'm
/DreamWalkCoffee.
intrigued. Tell me something.
Where else
about
would you send them?
Could you repeat that one? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, no worries. So we told people to go to DreamWalk Coffee on Facebook.
Yes.
What is something else that we can tell people to check out, maybe ABC Gaming, or how to get in touch with some of those tournaments if they want to participate?
If you are interested in getting to some of these tournaments, you would want to mainly check on ABC Gaming or SweetScienceMedia.com. Not Sweet Science Media, but Sweet Science on Instagram. And then mainly, like, I don't know, I could probably put up a Discord post because I run a Discord, and that's where I do all the tournaments, all the brackets, and get all the players.
Gotcha. It looks like we are getting BFAMs in. I see him in chat. Saying, watch me lose twice in a row. No, not going to happen.
No? Oh.
No.
No, although, I mean, I'm also rooting for Foxtrot, so...
Yeah, Foxtrot was pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
how have all the matches been so far? Have they been pretty good?
Yeah, even the ones that were sweeps were close.
Yeah, we're mostly close. Squimples wasn't very close, but that's actually why I kind of have hope for BFAMs, because he was up against Squimples, and I feel like I feel a much harder opponent than necessarily Solo Drago. But I mean, we'll find out later, huh?
Yeah, Squimples
we won't really know
hard.
till later. Yeah.
He is. So we've run a number of Smash tournaments that are just open to the community, and Squimples is always up there. He's always top 1, 2, 3, regardless of how many people are in the tournament. Still waiting on word. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I guess I could talk. Actually, I would be delighted to talk a little bit more about my program at Grace Harbor, not just to kill some time, but also because I think it's a really good program we have here. So we have, and we can give the other guys a break, and producer, you can put me on H1 and let them have a chance to scratch their ear or whatever. Okay, thanks for giving them cut some slack. We have 6 teams. We play 2 seasons. We play a fall season and we play a spring season. Spring season is more like overlap winter into spring, but a typical esport athlete, you are looking at competing in 1, maybe 2 titles. You are looking at, if you pick 2 titles, I want to know which one is your main one. So we currently have teams in Overwatch, League of Legends, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Valorant, and then we did have some Fortnite activity also this season, which we are super excited about and looking to up again for next year. We're really looking for a Splatoon 2 team for fall quarter. There are fall 2021. If you play Splatoon, please get in touch with me. I would love to coordinate getting you in a team. We're looking at either building a league with, gosh, my mind went blank who the other 2 colleges are that are over a little bit more east. And then we've also been working with Ohio State University, KBOT there, who's a participant in Tassel, the Transatlantic Splatoon League. They're just about to start their 4th season. To work with him to get involved in a couple of other, maybe more recreational tournaments. But we're also talking about Hearthstone. We're talking about Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, as well as Warzone. We are talking about, FIFA, Madden, NBA 2K21. If you play one of these titles, I want to put you on a team. And a week in the typical esport life looks like you've got practices with your team. You've got pro coaching, which is either a VOD review or more interactive. You've got your league game, which is usually set at a fixed time, and we stream pretty much everything we can. And then there's anything else I can rope you into. If you want to get experience casting, if you want to get experience organizing tournaments like these community event nights that we do, if you want to do motion video or graphic design, we've got the full creative suite available to you here on campus. You come in, you sit down at our incredibly powerful broadcast computer, 48 gigs of RAM. Oh, and it looks like we're going into a match. I'm going to hand it down to you 2 in the casting booth. Take it away for game number 1.
Have we got
I'm really looking forward. I think so.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
That is an unfortunate start to see out of BFAMs, but I think it sounded like the nerves were kind of getting to B-Fams at the start of the match,
Yeah, a little bit.
and I think I believe in B-Fams. Look at
That was
that!
nice.
We've lost audio again.
We did, unfortunately.
I wonder if the song was random or did somebody choose Green Hill Zone?
Where was that one from?
The song Green Hill Zone
Yeah.
or Emerald
I don't really
Hills?
know the
That's
song
what I mean.
names. Ah,
It's like the Sonic song from like the first, and like I think it's Sonic the Hedgehog, just like the first zone, Green Hill Zone. You know.
yeah.
I it just seems like such a funny song for Final Destination, you know.
That's true. That's definitely true.
If I'm
Also
taking a
nice
guess, I'm gonna
sound
say Foxtrot. I'm guessing Foxtrot chose
Yeah.
the song. Seems like a goofy
Probably
DVD
did.
kind of move.
True.
My gosh, though,
Well, that was a nice.
that took it. Okay. That Star KO kind of had me confused. But yeah, no, BFAM's finally taking the first stock off of Foxtrot. Signs of life. He's on last stock at 80%, but
Bring it back.
ooh. Okay, hang on.
Oh, okay.
Not like that. I thought he was gonna get a kind of nice little combo there where he like up smashed and then he jumped for an up tilt but he got hit at the same time and then he was in
It's
like
true.
perfect position to keep up tilting and like I think he might have honestly had a kill with Mithra there if he had just followed that chain all the way up to the blast zone. But
Yeah.
I have no idea because I don't play Mithra, and either way, character's been out for like 2 weeks. How many of us have practiced that and feel comfortable doing it in losers
It's
bracket
true,
of a
it's very
tournament? My poor guy. He's got all the pressure in the world. But that pressure's just doubled now because he is one game away from out of our whole tournament.
Jeez, one game. I wonder if he's gonna take out his DK again to face against.
That
D.
would be a battle of the big boys, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, I mean, DDD's Gordo. We mentioned that like most attacks will make it reflect, but for some reason multi attacks seem to not. And shockingly, Mithra has like a lot of multi attacks, and kind of Pyra does too. And I think we do see him getting hit by like some silly Gordos because he doesn't have as many ways to like reliably reflect it. Which DK,
That's true.
there's nothing DK. He neutralizes and the thing goes flying back. You know.
Mhm.
So maybe we'll see DK, but I think it like DDD into or DK into DDD just feels like a rough setup. You know that he's gonna be doing something cheeky, and you're DK, so you have so few tools to prevent it.
Sure.
Pyra and Mithra, they have a lot they can do about it. It's just hard to make the right call.
Oh, let's see. Oh, it's Pyramith again. Okay.
Pyra and Mithra again. And he's got to pick the skin where they're both blue, so I can't keep track of this. Okay.
That's true. That's true. Oh, he's Mithra.
My sacred-
Tears.
Yeah, we've got the green sword. We're Mithra, which means that he actually. I think you have to choose. I think it defaults you to starting with Pyra.
That was a nice side B.
Ooh, that was a nice neutral B. Okay, he's kind of just getting Gordoed though.
Oh yeah, because Diddy is keeping his distance, which is actually kind of smart.
Yeah, DDD spacing out these Gordos just right to go over all the hitboxes and land right in the zone. My gosh, cleaning it up with an up air. BFAM's going for the Ferdizzle favorite kill move, but
Oh, you can send it
with
back.
this map, it's not killing.
It's true.
Oh my gosh. Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
that was a
You're
nice
just
spot
dancing.
dodge.
That was a beautiful little like engagement there. The dot, oh my goodness.
Oh, that was a nice reflection of the Gordo.
I'm barely keeping up with what's going on. They ascended to a new tier of play for a minute there. Hang on.
That's true.
Okay,
Oh, is he gonna get
all
a
right.
nice combo? Oh,
Oh my gosh, B-Fams played like he knew what he was doing.
it's true.
And
He's one stock now.
it didn't
so
work
it's
out,
like,
but that was some beautiful confidence out of B-Fams.
definitely.
The spot dodge on the jab didn't end up panning out, I guess.
Yeah. Looks like DD is getting really aggressive now with
Yeah, I mean he's got his opponent at 62%. Foxtrot's ready to take the final stock and move on to his next game. Ooh, it's good to have audio back.
It's true. Oh no.
My gosh.
Oh, that was a nice
This is
dodge.
it. The setup. Oh, ooh, evading the whole setup.
Oh,
Very nice.
oh.
Oh.
That's
And just a little chip. I don't even know what hit that was. It came out so fast. But there it was. Ooh, Foxtrot takes it 2-0. B-Fams, I was still cheering for you. Even though you took the Pyrus skin that made it so that I never knew who you were.
Yeah, I gotta say, Foxtrot, congrats on the win. I've ordered the Team BFAMS T-shirt. I'm on Team BFAMS. Foxtrot, you still have a chance to work your way into my heart, but right now my heart belongs to BFAMS. We didn't get to know you well enough, BFAMS. I hope you're on our Discord because we should be bringing BFAMS in for some scrims, frankly, help warm up my players before matches and just to get some regular gameplay in. Joni, I understand you've got some, is it like homework, schoolwork? You need to skedaddle and get some, you got to get some stuff done. I will say one other thing about GHC Esports is our priorities are academics, family, and then esports. Don't get me wrong, we take esports really, really seriously and we play to win and we support each other and we work really hard. But family and academics come first. And so hats off to you, man, for your grades. What is this like a paper? What is it you're doing? I had to dig a little bit.
It's a econ assignment, so it's like I'm just reading a chapter and then working on a worksheet off of it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna let you go. Thank you so much for coming and casting for us tonight. If you're down to cast more in the future, I would love to have you back for some more games, man. You did a fantastic job. First casting job for Joni. Chat. Can we have some applause, some thank yous for Joni for stretching his wings a little bit and doing something new, and frankly, doing a great job. Cool.
Well done, Joni,
All
for
right.
coming in. It was great talking to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So antagonist, don't go anywhere. We're gonna bring Blast and Buddy back in here, but for now, Russian. We've got we actually game number 5 ended up being a forfeit. Eric Attack from Chimicum did not make it back, and so let go of that spot. Meaning Ferdizzles is going to advance uncontested for round 9. Can we actually pull up the bracket and take a look at that? There we go. Okay, so we are headed into game number 7, back to GHC's Dragon against Chocket, aka the marvelous Mr. Meowers, aka Flo from Centralia. Flo is one of those players, Chocket is one of those players that gives us trouble. I'm sure Jacob, if he's in chat, is going to speak up about that too. And we will get Jacob back in here to do some casting, but I believe Blaston is on his way back. So yeah, you can bring it back to H1, H2, Joshua. Thank you. Our producer is another person who we could give a hats off to. Doing a great job, especially first day on the job. And I said, hey, can you cast a tournament? Yeah, cool, no problem. Get in there. Yeah, so while we're waiting for Blast and Buddy to get back in here, Russian, what do you all use for streaming? I can't hear you, my man. You are muted. That could be on our end. That could be on your end. Producer, can you check the audio for Russian? There we go. I think I hear you now.
How about now? Yeah.
Yep, gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you all use for streaming?
We actually just use plain OBS, and then during the
Yeah.
matches, I just manually transition all of them. You know, I put together all of the scenes together. I just flop images everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Awesome. Oh, hey, I see Alexa is in chat. Alexa is one of my favorite people. I don't know if Alexa's ever been over to your stream, but she's on our student government here. She is a big supporter of our program. I think she gave away like 5 or 6 subs last time we did a gaming night. Just like
That's awesome.
showering us with goodness. Yeah, Alexa's got a special place.
It's always good to see. It's always good to see people who are very supportive of the community, especially like doing that. For instance, before Chenzo went to our tournament, he some of our people in my community actually donated money so that he can compete in our tournament.
Wow, that is really, really cool. That kind of grassroots community stuff is, in my opinion, what makes the gaming community feel so tight knit.
Yeah.
Do we have Blastin in? Oh, it looks like we're about to jump into that game. Antagonist, are you here?
I'm here. I'm not sure if we've got. Well, I don't know if my audio's in. Hello.
Yep. Nope. We hear you. Take it away. We'll get Blastin in to join you. You're on your own for a second, but let's check out Dragon going up against Flo, aka Chocket, aka the marvelous Mr. Meowers. Take it away, Antagonist.
I'm absolutely taking it away. I mean, I don't need to take it away. They've already taken it away. They've got a nice even game going here. This is Blastin'. You've made it.
Hi.
Hello.
There we go.
Very exciting.
This feels like the closest thing we'll get to a Ditto, but isn't a Ditto.
But we just saw Dragon versus Flo last week. We did not see a Me Gunner make an appearance. This is like completely different gameplay coming in here.
True. We got such a very projectile heavy game here.
This is it truly does feel like almost like so Ditto like of gameplay. And
but
honestly,
but
I'm loving this.
It is neat to see like the common threads kind of clash with the different parts of her kit.
I don't know. Like, just to think that this is the same person that Dragon just played. Like,
how were they like before?
Earlier this week? Like he won almost uncontested in a best of 7, and then like I don't know. And Chocket's just bringing it.
Definitely give him one heck of a run for his money. But Dragon is not cutting him any slack just because he's beaten him before.
No, Dragon does not underestimate his opponent.
It's always nice to see.
Honestly, it's crazy to see. My gosh. He's got a bit of a deficit coming in here now. About 80% behind.
Yeah.
Ooh, but closing the gap. Oh!
Ooh,
Closing the gap by a stock!
That'll do the job.
The cheeky little grenade. Me Gunner's got one of those just really unfortunate, like, if you don't hit that recovery hard enough, you just don't get to do it again. Ooh, yes. Oh, and there it is. The Dragon combos are coming out. Chocket,
She's non-stop.
Chocket's trying to weave his way out, and okay, alright. That up B has so much range. It's so...
It sends you so high.
Oh, no.
I don't blame Chocket for going so low before it got him killed. It sends you like
No,
from a
for
blast
sure.
zone.
My gosh. Chocket barely weaving his way through the madness, making getting that little ledge reverse situation and taking the stop.
Madness is definitely a good way to put it here. There we go.
Oh, but then the Dragons classic. I've been playing so defensive all game. Now let me wait. You're on
Let
your
me
last
just
stock.
poke
Just
out.
throw out a forward smash. Forward smash away. Amazing, amazing.
When it comes to me gunner, there's always one problematic thing for me, and it's the forward smash. It's always the forward smash.
The
Because I never
forward
know,
smash
like...
is so big. It hits so many times and it kills so early.
Especially if I'm blocking it, because it's like, I want to unblock as soon as possible. But I don't know when it ends, because I never fight me gunner. It's like, I'll release
Certain
now.
things
Wait,
like
there's
that
another
just
hit.
come with experience. Yeah.
And there's always the sting of knowing you were defeated by somebody wearing the Sans outfit.
I mean, that's the thing about me, Gunner, is like
It's
it doesn't matter what
psychological.
outfit it is. Anything that's not Sans, I'm like, I got beat by someone and they weren't even wearing the Sans outfit. If it's just someone wearing like a teddy bear with like a like outfit with a Princess Peach like hair and crown,
It's like,
I'm like, what is
it's
this?
not... Why isn't it Sans? Where's the funny skeleton man?
This I'm just being beaten. What's going on in their head right now when they made this me? And part of that is what makes it gorgeous to me when someone chooses to play me characters.
It's like,
But,
what's their outfit?
But I oh my gosh. Any me character feels disrespectful for some reason.
Like, the one exception I've made so far has been when somebody is wearing either, like, when they're a sword fighter, and wearing either the, like, the Fire Emblem Black Knight gear, because it looks cool, or now the Rathalos armor, because I'm totally not biased.
You know what? If someone just called like a certain, if we just had like a certain setup that we called the like, if we just called me Swordsman Monster Hunter, that would be okay.
I'd be
And
happy.
all the outfits are just different Monster Hunter.
Speaking of
outfits.
sword fighter, by the way, we
Speaking-
have Hard
what?
Quad.
Okay, all right. Chalk
what?
it with the outrageous character swap from Sans Undertale to Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
I got nothing.
You know, Dragon knows what to do. Wait, is this canon? Did
Wait.
the dragon eat Lord Farquaad? Is this canon?
Thanks, I hate it.
Chalk it. You win.
He has won the moral battle here.
You're legitimately such a crazy good player. Like, I'm sorry that you're not like this 100% win rate super warrior that you deserve to be, because you are such a
He's prepared
great
for everything.
player. I've watched 9 of your characters, I think now.
I
And
think
you're
I've seen
just a
10 of
legend.
them. How has he played this much? Like, these many characters and is proficient in all of them? I love it.
And honestly, I thought this match was gonna be over by now. But it's not. Okay, well.
I
What
have
is
no
happening? Okay, alright, okay. Chalk it.
words.
Playing it
Part of
safe.
me-
Getting these hits, getting these like chip smash attacks.
Part of me makes me think Chucket picked this, like, partly for the laughs.
I think Dragon is
Like-
laughing. Dragon
like-
is not playing this the defensive wall that Dragon has played.
His
Before.
psyche is broken.
He's
He had to
He-
fight
he was
Sans
having
and
too
won,
good
and
of a
now
time.
he's against Lord Farquaad.
oh my gosh. But he
That-
you know,
That's
you gotta
great.
get that win. Oh, this I can't believe, has our best match really already happened?
I think we've peaked.
That's it.
Well done. Well
Oh
done to
my
both
gosh.
parties.
Holy beautiful
But
match.
yeah, that's
absolutely
Lord
fantastic.
Farquaad, all right.
Holy smokes. Yeah,
I-
that was. I did not expect that.
I don't think if someone bet that would happen, that
Made my evening.
you could bet 12 cents and be a millionaire at the
Yeah.
odds I would give that.
Dragon was breathing fire. I do want to say good evening, Mr. Dilly. Glad you could join us.
Mr. Dilly.
I think you are still muted. That could be on our end. That could be on your end.
That's on our end.
Still nothing. Producer, can we check the audio input for Mr. Dilly? There's also in your browser, you'll see there's a little microphone icon at the bottom that could be muted as well. No? Okay. Well, I trust
haven't
that
had
my
that
producer and also Mr. Dilly will continue to work on that, and we'll hear him as soon as we hear him. Can we get a look at the bracket, actually, while we're working on this?
Yeah, bring
my
us
poor
back-
producer
bring
working
us
on
back
this
to
audio
the
problem,
bracket.
and also... Yeah, so Dragon is going to move on. We will see him again in game number 11. We are dropping down to game number 8, still in the upper bracket. Cedar Woolley High School's running solo Drago up against our own Squimples, the Captain Falcon of my dreams. In this match coming up, match 8, I'm actually going to check over. It looks like we might be.
Honestly, I'm
moving
kind of
along.
looking forward to either outcome from this match, because if Solo Drago wins, we see Dragon versus a Dragon, and if Squimples wins, we get to see two GHC people go up against each other.
I see where you're going with this.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's true.
Mr. Dilly, do we have any audio yet? And Milkmail, you can bring us back to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you for bringing that bracket up. No, still nothing.
Quick thing
I
is-
noticed on that
Quick thing I'll bring
bracket,
up.
it said
Yeah.
Dragon was up against Foxtrot in losers, when I think it should say that Chocket is up against Foxtrot in losers.
Oh,
For-
yes, I think that you are right. Yes, that is an incorrect formula.
Because
Thank you
otherwise
so
Dragon has
much.
2 upcoming matches.
And that would
Yeah.
also mean he'd potentially have a chance to play against himself.
That would be.
Well,
that-
you know.
Well,
We'll see how far.
and I'm not
We'll see
really
how far
sure
it
who
goes.
I would vote for if that was what was going to happen.
I,
Yeah, it looks like I have some poor logic in my spreadsheet. So I will get that fixed. Much appreciated. Thank you so
Okay.
much for pointing that out. So that should be. Yeah, I'll have to check that out when we get into the next match. So
No worries.
yeah, and we're going to hand it back over to the two of you to take us through this next game. Squimples up against Cedar Woolley High School's running solo Dragon. I was just hoping that we would get a few words in from Mr. Dilly, although I'm sure we will get him on. He is, of course, the founder of WASIA, the Washington State Scholastic Esports Association,
Oh,
and also the esports coach for
Ah.
Cedar Woolley High School.
that was
So,
like the most
definitely wanna-
unfortunate timing for technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to fix the bracket. I'm going to hand it over to you two for now. We will jump into that match
Right.
as soon as it's ready. So just take it away, you two, and thank you so much.
All right.
Well, let's go. Well, I have to wait to talk to my hero. We have GHC's Squimple versus Solo Drago. Ooh, and Sheik. What an interesting. This is truly a rare choice.
I see Zelda, not their counterpart.
Well, Sheik and Zelda certainly have no real similarities in how they're playing.
Oh, totally, yes. But
Ooh.
The main thing I know of my experience of getting Sheik is that Sheik is like lightweight, but also remarkably difficult to take down.
Yeah, she's very fast, and her down B is considered usually not as good a movement mode or like movement tool as Zero Suit Samus's, but it's pretty much the same move, just a little bit shorter. And I don't think it spikes.
True.
So it's still like a phenomenal movement mix-up, even if it's not, you know, the same as someone else's.
Kind of seeing like two very similar kinds of speedsters, but one has a lethal throw.
Yeah, that's and one's got a speedy little down smash. Beautiful.
Can you guys hear me now?
Beautiful matchup. Oh,
Loud and clear.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Well, I'll mute till we get back. I have no idea. I just reloaded and now it's working. So
Sweet.
I've
Alright,
had that
see you then.
issue. All right.
I-
Well,
hmm.
you hate
Oh.
to see it happen.
Oh, that down air. I have too much experience with both types of down airs of just accidentally yeeting myself into the abyss. I do not trust myself with those.
Downers that like throw you straight down. It took me a long time to feel comfortable with them, and that's why I don't main a character that uses them. I still feel like usually I'm just I'll misjudge the angle and throw myself just off the cliff.
And in my case, my brain is hardwired to spike.
You grew up as a DK man, didn't you?
Mario.
Mario? That's fair.
Ooh.
Good turnaround from Drago. My gosh. Just keeping the
These are
momentum
just, like,
back and
really-
forth. But
It's just really
Dude,
smooth,
oh.
like back and forths.
the down air cancel to recover so fast, but
I didn't know
not
she could do that, honestly.
flying to the blast zone. Yeah, you can cancel it with a jump after a few frames of doing it. But there is like a
Ah.
minimum distance you have to go, and you have to have a jump ready. So back
Oh, I
air,
guess in a
back
way it's
throw
kinda
just
like,
takes it away.
In a way, like a Game & Watches.
Yes, very much.
Alright, that's game one. That was nice.
That's game one going to Captain Falcon. What a lightning kind of matchup. They are.
That was super fast paced.
You know, it's funny. You mentioned the like Sans the Sans Samus matchup felt very much like a Ditto, and this one kind of also, I don't know, it felt like a very
Like-
similar, like they're both really fast, they're both running in, they're
Yeah,
both
both
throwing their
very,
feet
like-
all over the place.
Both get right in the enemy's face immediately with like grab combos and all that. But they do it in like somewhat different ways. Like Sheik has that bomb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, their moves aren't the same at all. But like
The way you play
sometimes, yeah, sometimes the way that they're playing, the motions look very similar. And we're getting the swap out from Drago though. Drago
Oh,
Drago
great.
always tests
Drago's
something.
a
Does he
Mewtwo.
always
My bad.
test and then fly into Mewtwo? This is, oh my gosh.
them. All reliable, I
I
guess.
think I've seen Squimples play some Mewtwo's, and this is not an unfamiliar matchup for him.
A rough one indeed, but not one he's not used to fighting. That was nice.
I've never seen him perform poorly against a Mewtwo. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Very smooth. Oh, just
Kept-
barely
almost
caught
like a
him
bait
before
there.
the. My gosh, yeah. This is the match familiarity against Mewtwo. Like he has so much confidence. He knows how long these attacks take, and he's getting his hits when he can. Or he has a
Like, that
rough
also-
estimate, and he's just kind of going for it.
It also made me think some of those with seeded were like intentional to like try and bait out a certain move.
They did look pretty intentional, and I never know how much of what anyone does is intentional, but
This type of familiarity is what scares me with matchups.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's like their tried and true methods generally won't work, and so they'll have to pull something completely.
I just when I realize that my opponent knows what I'm gonna do better than I do, I think I'm probably out of luck.
Just yeah,
You know? Like, oh, you knew that I was probably gonna back air you, so you shielded, and then you parried the back air and deleted my stock. I don't know what else to do. I you know, if I can't change, I think I'm just lost. But that
Creates
up
kind
throw
of
from
like,
Drago finally taking the stock. Whoa! Where'd the damage come from? Hello?
That was
Hello?
that was fast.
Drago is unleashing his power. And that's actually
Maybe
my
unleashed a
favorite
little
move
too early.
Squinkles does.
The back air, or
No, just the on stage down B. Usually it launches him off stage and he has to recover, but just straight up on stage, Falcon kick.
all reliable.
Ooh,
That did not
that
look
air
like an
dodge did not
intentional
put
air
it where he
dodge.
wanted it to.
That was a poor air dodge.
Yeah.
Well, gives Drago a pretty good chance to catch it back up.
Yeah, but oh, Squimples isn't trying to lose any momentum here. Oh.
Oh, immediately evening the odds here.
I don't.
That was
Drago
almost
just
a
saved him, I'm not
kill.
sure. Oh!
Oh my god!
He didn't give him time to think about it. The pressure was just on. It was every hit.
What was
It
that
had to
final
end
stock?
flashy. Holy.
He had the style. He had the grace.
He took him from one end of the battlefield, he moseyed him over to the other end of the battlefield, and he blasted him off that blast zone. Just absolutely devastating.
That was wonderful.
I think I'm gonna need to call my insurance provider. I have had a heart attack.
Fair enough. that could have turned around so quickly.
Okay.
What? No, I don't hear Dilly.
No, not again!
Last one has to
Wait,
clean it up, though.
Say something.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, hello.
You're here. You're
It's so good to hear you again.
Mr. Jason Dilly.
There we
The
go. All
Wasilla
right.
guy himself.
Okay.
I am so glad you could make it onto the stream. So,
Just to clarify really quickly, Drago graduated from Cedar Woolley High School. He's at Peninsula College now. He was our very first esports player to have a scholarship and go to college on an esports scholarship. So,
okay,
one of our
gotcha.
best players had a really great, quite the Dragon Ball Fighter Z player as well.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Well, thank you for clarifying. I will go back and revise that standing. Can we, before we get too far into it, can we take a look at the bracket again? I just gotta see that sucker, see where we're at. So we just saw Drago versus Squimples. Now we're heading down to the lower bracket. We've got Drago again going up against Ferdizzle for our game 9. I understand they're getting into the arena now. And then we are going to see Chocket going up against Foxtrot. That Dragon versus Chocket match, I was surprised. I thought that was going to be an all the way, every stock, every game, all the way to game 3. And I would not be surprised if Chocket doesn't make a pretty impressive lower bracket run. So I'm sorry, you can bring it back to us. I just wanted to look at the bracket for a second.
Game.
Yeah. So Mr. Dilly, we've got a few seconds to talk about Wasilla. We've got a few seconds to talk about Cedar Woolley High School, some of the players you've seen tonight. I could pepper you with questions, but what's on your mind, my man?
I don't know, not a whole lot. We're in the middle of our Smash Ultimate season right now, so we're doing a double season at the moment. Eric Attack, Foxtrot are both a part of that. Both very good players. I would actually call them, both of them are definitely top 5 in our league right now. And Anna Cortis took second in the fall tournament. And Chimicum Chimicum didn't do as well in the teams. Like it was the kind of thing where like Eric Attack won almost all of his matches, and then the depth of roster. Chimicum's gotten better, but their depth of roster, they're working on getting it going. So. Yeah, both great players. We're having a really good season right now. We just finished up week 2. Our matches are on Thursdays. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I always love it when I see Cedar Woolley High School games come on. We pull them up in the arena, and we cheer back and forth, depending on who it is we like that day.
Our last 2. We're 0-2 right now, but they have just been absolutely like heartbreaking close losses. We lost a tiebreaker, a sudden death tiebreaker last week, and then this week we went 0-2, but there wasn't. It was very close. Everything was really, really close. So,
wow. Well, I think we're going to hand it on over to our casters. Mr. Dilly, stick around. We'll talk more after the break. Take it away, Antagonist and Blastin'.
Oh
Drago
my gosh,
and Bird
before
is
we've
here.
even got time to breathe, Drago has lost a stock. That was such a beautiful play by Ferdizzle to, like, recognize the scenario. I don't know, I've never seen Mithra's Uppy. I never expected to see Mithra's Uppy used like that. My goodness.
Kind of managed to gimp Drago there by pushing him under the stage. Are we already going to see another stock go down? Okay.
Not quite, but...
We were close there.
Oh, I was gonna...
There's the pyro swap. Oh! What?
What a maneuver! What? Wow!
What? Was that a spike?
Yeah. So like, he got hit. Pyra started to go down with the up B, and it dragged him at like super speed. But then she grabbed ledge, and so he was just super speed falling.
I think Drago threw out a hit, and so like they both got the knockback of each other's hits, but like Pyra didn't go down with him.
No, because I think if Pyra had gotten hit, she wouldn't have grabbed ledge.
Like,
oh my gosh, such a wild. Drago, what do you do?
One
How do you
hell
do
of
this?
an opener.
The board says it's Drago v Drago. This is too powerful. Okay. What? And Mithra killed? What?
Huh. That's just...
Holy. Well, alright. A rare Mithra windscreen. Very nice.
I don't think I've ever seen one, actually.
It's always Pyra. You always get the last hit with Pyra. When do you ever see a Mithra take the last blow like that? My gosh.
Like, I think Mithra got 2 of those kills.
Did Mithra...
Which, like, that's already more Mithra kills than I've ever seen.
That's true, because Mithra got that first kill with the up B. The up B killed.
The move that never kills killed. What the hell?
Ferdizzle is inventing some things on Drago right now. I don't know what, like, energy Drago has brought.
I'm trying to wrap my head around what just happened, and it's not working.
Ferdizzle went Ultra Instinct mode. Like, the character, the pieces were just falling into place. It was all laying out before him in his mind. My gosh. My goodness.
Huh. And
the
now
Drago takes the switch off the snake. Alright.
Everything involving Drago has been a roller coaster.
Yeah, Drago's playing wild. But
also, I think there's 11 Drago characters I've seen now.
Oh god.
Ooh. Snake's a toughie for me. He's got so many weird like setup-y moves.
The maneuver that I've learned that like more people I hate playing against use is to hold B to grab a grenade and then they press shield. And then that just drops the grenade at their feet. And so if you do any attack that kind of rolls through them, like let's say you're Sonic or something, and you just want to spam down B at them, or ever use your down B move ever, well, when you run into the grenade, you just blow up. See, he did it right there, where he just dropped. He grabbed a grenade and then he shielded so that it dropped right at his feet. It means he can also pick it up and throw it like a regular thrown weapon, rather than the very weird like neutral B throwing. Ooh, and getting both hits with up smash, very rewarding.
The C4
and a beautiful setup with the C4. My gosh, Ferdizzle's trying to respond to these items, but Snake just brings a level of.
You have to have like so much attention focused on like. You have to pay attention to what Snake's doing, of course, but also like, also like paying attention to what Snake's doing to the stage.
What a twist! Drago just 3-0s Ferdizzle like that after such a. Drago, you are such a mad lad.
I didn't expect Drago to be such a wild card.
What a mad lad! All right, Drago. When the heat is on, you bring it. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. What are we gonna? I think Ferdizzle was not prepared with Pyra and Mithra to face a character that's so good at getting openings.
Unorthodox.
Yeah,
he can.
Yeah, like the thing is that. I was gonna say, Snake is really like punishing if you give him time to set up, and like put grenades all over the place. So no matter where you go, you're falling into a hitbox. And
true, you have
when you're
to
playing
give
a
him
newer
no
character,
time to breathe.
yeah, and playing a newer character, you don't have time to get the reflexes to just move into the next combo. You typically do end up wanting to spend more time thinking about what your next move is, remembering what you've practiced, and like finding the opening. With
Snake, you kind of have to like put your character on autopilot and be like, okay, Snake's putting a C4 on that platform, don't use it.
Yeah.
Also, if you're using any sort of character that has a fire-based weapon, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, it certainly becomes a different game. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And we lose our poor game audio. Final game set, and this whoever loses this game is going home. Ferdizzle.
Oh right, no losers bracket for this one.
No, yeah, this is losers bracket. We're in it.
I forgot we're in the losers bracket. There's so many hits of that. What the heck?
Yeah, Drago very patient with the shield. Oh my gosh. What?
He tried to go for the kill with the. I can respect that.
He used the Cypher to block the up B. Maybe he was going for the kill, but if it works to block the up B, it did its job. Ooh. My goodness, Nikita just takes it. I don't even. Wow.
I love watching Snake. It's like you have to think so far ahead of your opponent with him.
I liked watching Ferdizzle play hot potato with that grenade, only to end up holding it when it exploded.
Like holding it for a little too long. Snake does have to be careful with that C4
and then he jumped to catch it.
It's like if he's standing on it when he detonates it, it's incredibly lethal to himself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Or if he accidentally plants it on his opponent and then grabs them and it transfers to him. But if he just plants it on his opponent, that takes it, huh?
Man.
Ferdizzle. Not learning how to dodge the C4.
I don't think Ferdizzle was prepared for that.
You know, what's actually crazy is Pyra and Mithra are one of the few characters that if the C4 is on them, I think they can switch to remove it.
Wow. Okay, I did not expect Ferdizzle to go down there, but man, hats off to Peninsula College's running Solo Dragon, graduate of Cedar Woolley High School. Yeah, so but before we take a look at the bracket, I know that Jason's got to go. So Jason, can you talk for just a little bit? And Joshua, you can put him on full screen for Mr. Dilly. Can you tell us a little bit about WASIA? What is it that you all do at
Absolutely.
WASIA?
So WASIA, the Washington State Scholastic Esports Association, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we want to be the esports league for Washington State high school students and even middle school students. We've got a pilot program coming up for middle school as well. We primarily run Smash right now, but we are definitely expanding our game roster next year, depending on what our partners at NASF do. They're the North American Scholastic Esports Federation. We're the Washington State affiliate for that group. So we work with them on game schedules to make sure we're not overlapping things. So, but yeah, we're in our first year of official games. We worked a little bit last year, and we've got our first 20 schools signed up this year, and doing that entirely remotely. But next year, we're hoping as schools are going to more than likely be back in person, that we'll see a lot more growth in esports. Oh, my cat's name, this is Homer. Homer the cat over here. He's just chilling.
Finally, we're getting to the
very
real
he knows that
questions.
Yeah, the real important things. He knows that mom's going to be home soon, so he's sitting at the window waiting for her to come home. So, but so we're doing great. We're looking at expanding several different programs. We are also partnered with a company, another nonprofit called highschool.gg. And they are specializing in those CTE aspects, career and technical education aspects of esports, and running competitions in broadcasting, shoutcasting, audio design, video design, cybersecurity, PC building. That their company runs a little bit more like an FBLA or DECA, if you're familiar with those two organizations. But we work with them to sort of cross promote our various tournaments and that kind of thing together. So we think that esports is fantastic for high school students. It's just as you guys have said at the college, it's a pathway to a career. But even if you have career ideals in another space, we also believe that esports is fantastic to teach kids really important team skills, team building and 21st century skills. Anything that you attribute to traditional athletics, you can attribute to esports. And the great thing about esports is that it tends to reach a totally different classification of students. Most of our students, the last statistics that we had on it is about 75% of our students are students that have never joined a club before, or never joined a sport before. So we're bringing in a whole new group of kids.
Awesome. Well, I understand we may need to let you go. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for partnering with us in this event, Mr. Dilly.
Appreciate it.
Now over to Antagonist and Blastin, and I think Antagonist after this set will give you a break and bring back in Jacob Beach from Centralia. But I'm going to shut up and let you two take it away.
Alrighty. And
All right.
okay. After what I've seen from Track before, I'm now partly trying to figure out what this Mii Brawler's costume is meant to be. Because we've had Sans and Farquaad.
And he probably knew he was going up against DDD.
True.
Right.
That shot put is so.
Such a good player. All right. My gosh.
These have been some wonderful games, but
Is that
I don't know.
and I'm glad we've got to hear about the teams, all the sponsors, all the people that have gone into helping make all this happen.
It's cool to know. All the stuff that goes on normally behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So many shots going back and forth between the two of them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but they're he's just going for the projectile kill.
Everyone
hit
can
that
really get a
lands
good
is so
shot
stale.
here.
Chalk it with the parry and it still doesn't kill. He's such a heavy
At this
boy.
point, it feels kind of like a game of rock, paper, scissors. Like, okay,
That
Gordo, I'll do up B. What? Why are they...
They're cheering.
Okay.
The crowd was cheering Dee. Oh
Ooh.
my gosh. Chalkit takes it back. Oh, but gets got. Miscounts the iframes, you know? Happens to the best of us. Ooh. They're just kind of slugging it. It's turned around
Ooh.
now. Chalkit has conditioned Foxtrot into this high projectile game, and is switched into just get in his face and beat him up. Like try to get him to do a bunch of projectiles.
Okay, I saw Chocket's choice of side B, and I'm kind of scared if he gets a stock lead.
Do you
Because
think
he's using the
do you think-
suplex.
Chalkit or Foxtrot chose Megalovania?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say Chocket because he's been using Sans.
I actually, because of that, I feel like Foxtrot would have expected Sans and chose Megalovania, and it just would have been like, no, haha, it's actually,
No, it's the this.
I don't know.
I don't recognize it.
I don't recognize this at all.
Oh,
I
I see in chat here. Chocket 100% counterpicks with songs. I guess
Yeah,
there's our
yeah.
answer.
And that's it.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, Chocolate. What is this?
I
Who
don't
is this?
I don't know, but they're wearing a Xenoblade outfit.
Who is this anime character? Okay, yeah,
don't
I
know.
I'm sorry to let any anime fans out there down.
Okay,
That
so
neither of us know this character.
as I see here in chat, Chocket 100% counterpicks with songs, but he's also colorblind and doesn't go to Final Destination because he can't see on the stage. So probably Foxtrot chose the stage.
You know, all
So
the times I've
Foxtrot
questioned the
chose the
song,
stage
it's
with
been on Final
Megalovania.
Destination. Yeah, that was what I said happened. Yeah, Foxtrot, he presumed his opponent was gonna go Sans, so he chose Megalovania to try to like to try to meme at him and be like, I know who you're gonna pick, haha. But
I know who you're gonna be, but
It was
no,
so much-
I am brawler person. I'm gonna punch you.
I'm my favorite anime waifu, you know? Fight me. You throw Gordo, I throw Shot Put.
Chocket's been all three me characters, haven't they?
Yeah, that was the third me character. They've
They've,
gone and
o-
done.
they've only been all three me characters. Normally people have like a choice of one me character that they like.
Uh,
Like I like brawler, but
yeah. I
guess
have
they're
no
sticking
idea.
with it.
Chocket has some energy going on that they need to release, and I love it. They're such a solid Smash player.
I love seeing
All right.
like just how
Ooh.
differently everybody here's been playing.
Yeah, we've gotten such a delightful variety. Gordo's coming out.
It's also a nice mix of like people who tend to main one character, and then characters like people like say Drago, who, if you told me to guess Drago's main, I would just point to like a tenth of the
Oh.
roster.
Yeah, it's like, how's he feeling? I don't know. I assume it mostly changes with like his mood or something. Like I don't know if there's any predicting what Drago's gonna play. Which like I've been there where I didn't really have
Can I
a
just
main.
pick base on you'll win?
Yeah. When I played like Melee as a kid, I absolutely wouldn't have known. Oh my gosh, that Gordo just dealing the 26 immediately. 52%
Okay.
on the board.
If there was one character I kind of wish we had seen during all of this, Game & Watch. Mainly because Game & Watch is a meme.
It's not too late. Game & Watch is a good... I love seeing a good Game & Watch game. But you know what? I think I got all the Overwatch or Game & Watch forward air that I could like take this week.
Fair enough.
I have an overdose on forward air bombs. And Chalkit is here to give me some vitamin up B with this Meeb.
Okay,
brawler.
I see in chat, and I'm not sure if they're joking, but Game & Watch is Chalkit's newest character. Oh my god. The commentator's curse is so real.
It was Chalkit that gave me the overdose of forward air. He was playing his flow. He was the one who gave me too much forward air. Oh my gosh. Chalkit.
Well, I wish Chalkit looking back, and I hope he rolled many 9s.
Foxtrot took it. He's done playing. Your neutral B, up B video game is done.
I'm done. I've had it. I'm gonna up tilt you.
Yeah. All right. Very nicely done, Foxtrot. I couldn't even keep track of when you turned that around, and like, it never felt like you had control, but you still took it. Oh gosh. All right. This is it. Game point. Do we think? I mean, what's my prediction here, right? Obviously, is Chalkit switches characters, and I don't know what to. I think just a
know he
skin
plays
we
Game & Watch. It could very well be Game & Watch.
It could be Game & Watch. If he's listening and he switches to Game & Watch and he just starts forward airing, I'm gonna be mad. But you know, that's.
I used to play Game & Watch, but I had to stop playing as Game & Watch if I wanted to take anything seriously. Because the moment the enemy gets to a decent percent, or if I'm in like disadvantage, my brain just goes into full use the hammer, get a 9. Min
Min, the better brawler. Yes. Okay. Have you tried playing with Min?
I've tried them. I can't wrap my head around them. They're so weird.
Yeah.
They don't have like a majority of a normal character. Oh my god.
And look at that 76% that Chalkit has clunked out of her.
It's like,
alright.
If I remember correctly, Min doesn't actually have some specials.
Her specials are just like her side special and that sort of thing are pretty much just the same as her like A button, but sideways, but like her other hand.
Yeah, it's controlling the other arm. It's like
So your B moves are kind of also A moves.
It's odd how like different this character's kit. It's more restricted, but also not.
Your up smash is a reflector.
Oh right, like the little kick.
Yeah, like it's so different from any other character to like experience.
It does seem really neat though.
It is, and keeping it even. I feel like Min's kind of a really interesting choice against DDD here.
I do know that that like Iron Ball of it can be attached to the arm. That does so much damage against the shield if it's charged up well, and is really lethal.
It is very lethal. If it's got that little shocky energy, you're toast.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, I believe she gets a damage up on a grab. Just some sort of grab move.
She has her grab range is very long. Like just her because she just throws out the arms.
Yeah, I believe with Min it's like if she grabs her opponent and like throws them or like does anything with them, like the arms get a one-time damage up on the next hit.
Really? Interesting. The one I see people using, or like kind of forgetting about though, is just this little like bladey one that's a circular, which
Oh, the boomer arm.
yeah, boomer arm.
I
Like
think
boomerang.
that's yeah.
I don't know. I didn't play arms.
That's just I've never
Actually,
played it
I
either.
did.
That's why I call it.
They had like
I'd say
a
the
free
most
weekend.
trouble. Oh yeah, I'd say the most troublesome one for me is the dragon arm, just because of how much range it has.
If it's you, it feels like the one that like once you've mastered the character, it's by far the most actual powerful. Because if it catches you like off stage, she can kind of just snake it to catch, sort of like
She can catch
any
nearly
recovery
anything
that's
with
not
it.
really low or really high.
Oh, that
Did not
did
be
not look
early enough.
intentional. I've never really seen like a serious. Ooh, that would have been a shield break.
That would have been a shield break. That was a really good parry, and the fact that like he went for the shield, I thought Chocolate was going to go for a grab back throw because Min Min does have kind of a spicy.
Ooh.
It was so
oh
bold.
God.
Chocolate, you are such a You are such a vicious, insane player. Well, we don't get our Dragon versus Drago game. The
No.
dream.
The
was
dream
ended
isn't
here.
quite dead yet. There's still a chance.
That
Was that-
that Min Min was wonderful. I know Chocket Flo, the marvelous Mr. Meowers is from a rival school, but I have to say, I'm a fan. I like that style. Foxtrot, thank you so much. You have been, you've had a really good run. Oh, sorry, not Foxtrot. That was Foxtrot. I'm sorry, I was looking.
Yeah,
for
Yeah, that's
one.
Foxtrot.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
and
confused
that
myself.
was close. I mean, coming back in game number 2.
That was-
that was
Foxtrot,
something.
you are wonderful to watch.
Yeah, that's another one that I would like to have in our regular rotation for scrims, just for
An
like warm up
outstanding
for a
DDD
match
performance.
or to like put our players through the ringer. I hope you're in our Discord. Certainly want to see more from you. We have a couple of changes. I think we're going to give Antagonist a break. We're going to bring in Jacob, and then I actually just got a message from Jarbo. Y'all know Jarbo? Jarbo is a regional Smash. He's really, really good. He's also a fantastic caster. He won the second of the Harbor Smash tournaments that I did with my younger kid downtown a couple of years ago. So we're going to bring him on in just a second. Antagonist will give you a break. I think we have you penciled in for the finals. A lot of stuff to keep track of. Before we get there, can we bring up the bracket? I just want to take another look, see where we're at. So we just finished game 10. Chocket's moving on. Foxtrot is made it in the lower run all the way to game 10. Looking forward to seeing some more from Foxtrot in the future. We are headed into, I believe these are semifinals, quarterfinals. What's the proper term here? Game
these
11.
These are semifinals, but yeah. I think we
Both
just went to
Dragon and
quarterfinals.
Squimples undefeated in the upper bracket. This is double elimination. So, and we are jumping into it. I guess I'm going to have you two cast. Oh my goodness, Dragon versus Squimples. You two cast this one. We'll sort it out. Take it away, folks.
All right.
I have been
My gosh.
super looking forward to this one.
This is it. This is the GHC special. I guess it would have kind of been a heartbreaker to lose out on the GHC double deluxe. Squimples! Oh my gosh. No. Dragon, you have to talk to Dragon after this game. You can't just do stuff like that.
You can't just do this to my man. Ooh.
Oh, Dragon just weaving in. He is used to the pressure that Squimples applies to him at ledge, I suppose.
I did see them going at it earlier. They've had warm-up to this. It's so... I love seeing this type of... These two kinds of playstyles come against each other. Like, unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Absolutely. But I don't know. It feels more like watching like Tom and Jerry almost. You know, like the
Yeah.
mouse or the cat chasing the mouse, and then like. But despite the fact that the cat's
Comedically
the one
large weapon
chasing,
appears.
it doesn't necessarily, you know, how often was Tom the one more, or like Jerry the one more hurt, you know? Tom's the one
Yeah.
running into all the traps. But Squimples is an
Squimples is
experienced
giving
cat,
Dragon some trouble here.
and Dragon is having a hard time finding anything too devastating to punish with. Ooh, just barely missed that jab block. Very, very unfortunate little slide there. Up tilt, or up air
I am
just doesn't...
impressed that Captain Falcon's still alive here at 183.
I am astounded at
Are we gonna
Squimple's
see a
ability
free
to stay
stock?
like... He's going off.
That was
He's
a
on
free
fire.
stock.
He free-stocks him. Squimples! We're
Squimples,
all
what have you
friends
done?
here. He's like, no. No. You see, I have two Joy-Cons, and I need to be able to charge both of them at the same time.
Oh.
There's
Well
no friendship
then.
on the battlefield.
And like, there's never a question of, is there gonna be a character swap? Is there gonna be like, or anything? Because they both main. These are like pretty much both their mains.
This is it.
It's gonna
What
be
a-
like
what-
3 games of Captain Falcon and Samus,
and
which
they
I'm
hit,
not against.
They hit the replay button. On to the next.
Here on Lylat, which is I believe a new stage in this rule set compared to the usual.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Lilat's got very, very tricky ledges, but
Has some bizarre
Squimples just
layouts
can't
for
get to
ledges
the
and
ground.
platforms.
alright, we've evened it up.
Dragon knows
My
what
gosh.
needs to be done.
Ooh. Squimple's not finding anything lethal, but
Oop.
making it
Dragon
hard
has
to
to be
recover.
real
making it-
careful.
Oh my gosh, only because it was all the way across the stage. He barely survives. Squimples is going for blood. I wish we had all our audio. Yes.
I got you.
All right. Squimples getting his setup, but he doesn't. Dragon's not letting him do. That's what I love to see. Both of them are fiending for like the things they've practiced,
Ooh.
but they gotta take
Good
what
on
they can
Dragon's
get.
end here, though.
Yeah.
I noticed Dragon's doing a lot of like ledge shenanigans this match. Granted, he's kind of
Dragon
forced
is
into
doing-
it, but like,
Yeah. See, Captain
Ooh.
Squimples is not making the stage safe.
I love watching that combo of like spike into the knee.
Yeah.
It's so brutal.
The downbeat to dodge it. Oh my gosh.
Dragon's got to pull a lot to come back here.
Dragon's gonna have to pull a whole lot. It seems like every time Dragon gets away, he has to make a sacrifice to do it, and it's like
He's got to do something to get away. He keeps trading
it's
hits.
such a cost. Squimples, just holding the match. Getting a little bit greedy. Hang on, Squimples.
I think Squimple
All
sees
right.
the blood in the water.
We want it to be done.
This is like
he's got another
Like a
game to get to.
complete tone shift for Dragon here. He can't be defensive at all.
No.
Like Squimple's aggression is too much to do that,
And there it is.
and that's game.
Dragon caught himself spot dodging and rolling on the ledge, and going back
He's
to
gonna
that
get off in
defensive.
time.
Just as you were saying he couldn't do it, so he did, and there's the price it costs him.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well,
That
I guess.
was intense.
My gosh. My gosh.
You know, those
Squinkles,
two
you
are
got
are
me
usually
down.
pretty 50-50 when they, I mean they trade wins back and forth pretty much constantly. That was something else. That was some fury.
That was
Something
something
clicked
else
for
for sure.
Squimples Bear.
Yeah, right. Like he's like, you know what? I have about had it up to here with your crap, dragon. And he just went in there and
I'm
chopped him
tired
down.
of your bombs, your missiles, your beams.
The
Yeah,
You're
basically.
getting my knee and nothing else.
wiggle
So,
straight out of the combos.
I do want to celebrate Squimples, but I'm not going to let you because we gotta move on. Welcome back, Jason from Centralia Esports. Antagonist, we're going to give you a break. So take a breather. I think we'll have you back in a little bit. Carson and Jacob going to cast this next series. Before we jump into that, I am giving this away. This is our thanks to our sponsor HyperX. We have the Charge Play Quad. You can charge all 4 of your Joy-Cons at once, and I know you've got 4 because it is. Oh, that's French. That's not a special feature thing. Anyway, yeah. I'm so looking forward to giving this away. I'm gonna post. It's just a raffle, straight up raffle. I've still only got 6 people. By the way, Alexa's saying that I better choose her name. It's not rigged, but Alexa, you got it. Just between
Wait,
you and
could
me.
you there's the esports Discord. Could you post a raffle link there as well?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I definitely can do that. So Antagonist, take a break. We'll scoot you out. We actually have Jarbo coming in. Joshua, if you could give us H1, H2, H3. Perfect. We've got Jarbo coming in, who I'm super, super excited about. I always love it when he can participate. And Jacob, I know you know Jarbo. Let's throw up the bracket real quick. I'm going to post that link. Jacob, walk us through the bracket.
Sure. So, kind of see here. Obviously, Dragon had a nice little run there. Squimples on winner side, so that's going to be important here. So, we're going to have Chocket and Drago up next. Winner there plays Dragon. Now, one thing to note, being double elimination, whoever wins that game 13, whether it be Dragon, Drago, or Chocket, will actually have to beat Squimples twice. They got to reset the bracket, so 2 full sets against Squimples, being double elimination. So Squimples being on that winner's side, you're sitting pretty, you get to relax, get a drink, check out your opponents, and then you have a lot less pressure in those final games. So hopefully Chocket here, of course I'm going to be rooting for Chocket and get it through. But we just want a good game, Chocket, Drago. I know our previous casters, you guys are wanting that Drago-Dragon matchup. So if Drago pulls off this win, we will see that Drago-Dragon. That'd be a little exciting to see. I think that's kind of unique little matchup. That'd be kind of fun. That being said, I don't like watching Samus, but a good Samus is something to behold sometimes. I like those lead straps. I want to see maybe a little more aggression from the Samus. You have those up tilt mix-ups. You have the insanely strong Samus spike. Trust me, if Jarbo's commentating and he doesn't see Samus going for some spikes, he's going to have a little fit on it. Because Samus's down air is a very strong move. Got to make sure to mix that in sometimes. But everyone so far has performed great.
I hope we get a fit out of Jarbo. His casting, his commentary is amazing. He brings the excitement and the hype and the energy, and I am so delighted that he pinged me tonight and said he was available. I was like, ah! I mean, I took off my blazer. I had to cool down a little. I got so excited. Before we jump into this next match, and it's going to happen any second now. I mean, we just looked at the bracket, so we're gonna get the wipe and go into it. Jacob and I both have talked a little bit about high school collegiate esports, but this would be a moment. Joshua, go ahead and put me on main because what I say I think is going to be pretty important. And folks, if you're trying to convince your parents, this is the piece that you want to do a Twitch clip of. The gaming industry last year made more money, more revenue than the worldwide movie industry and professional traditional sports in North America combined. If you go to Hitmarker right now, you will see between 10 and 20,000 jobs posted within the last week in that gaming industry. That means there are very, very real economic opportunities, good paying jobs available across the entire gaming industry, not just esports. Gaming as a whole, more than just being a professional athlete. There are roles for UI designers, even esports orgs. Oh, and we're jumping into it. So hey,
here we go.
Jacob and Blaston, take it away.
A great point, so Ralph, I want you to expand on that. But yeah, Snake versus Ridley. So, Chocolate on the Ridley, I do want to note his brother from WSU college back home now, graduated. Congratulations to Colby. He mains Ridley, so Chocket's main training partner is a Ridley main, so I think Chocket just wants to whip it out and see what can happen.
I don't often see Ridley's, but very.
It's because he's not good, but
It's fair, but like, I do like being proven wrong.
It really ends up being about a medium weight. The problem with him is his hurt box rather. See if he gets his backer. He does not, but second I see from Drago, Chocket does get back.
Ooh, apparently that was all he needed.
Massive. The wings at all times,
got, like,
the tail. You all
He's
get
got like
hit
the
by it.
size of a heavyweight, but the weight of a medium.
Exactly. That being said, he can rack up damage fast. He's got 3 jumps. He's got good mix-ups. And a lot of skill checks, as we call them, as we see at low percent. Oh, he catches a rolling with the F smash.
Ooh.
What a call out by Chocket. Oh, but Drago just stands in his face and charges one of the strongest smashes in the game and takes the stock.
That
Very
rocket
nice.
is brutal.
It's so brutal,
30%
so
from a
strong.
jab.
And I was saying, he does have a little kind of skill check, as we call him, move. So at a low percent, he has down throw into that tipper tail move that if you don't know how to DI the right way, you kind of just eat a 60% hit. So those kind of things are pretty fun.
Oh, right.
Obviously, dealing with the Cheetos is a little tough. And of course, side B on stage and off stage has its mix-ups. But Drago looking pretty good here on the Snake. Really good at spacing.
It's always funny for me
controlling the
whenever
field.
whenever a character has a command grab for or side B, because there's always the something sides where you like grab them and take them down with you.
Yep, you always have those. Ridley has one where he can kind of spike you into the bottom of the stage from off the stage. It's really cool to see. Hard to execute.
Huh.
Oh, as he walks right
Ooh,
to the up
good read
smash.
on there.
Drago is at 76%. Snake, I believe, being the third heaviest character in the cast, though, doesn't mean much to him. Ridley, of
Wow.
course, will dive in around 60-70% to a good smash. And as we're seeing right there, just called
As
it.
you said there. He was like 40%.
Commentator's curse, blessing, something. Snake's down smash, or so that is his F smash, I believe. The rocket into the ground, one of the strongest smashes in the game. Does take out really having that giant hurt box, really hard to move around those projectiles. So early lead by Chocket, and Drago kept his cool and ended up taking game 1. Nice job.
That was a good match.
Was very good, very exciting. Again, we saw the flaws of Ridley right there. We'll see if Chocket does another change here. I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of encouraged him to mix it up every game. You know, keep it fresh, keep it fun. I want to see his DK. Everyone we joke about in Centralia has a pocket DK, so I want to see him whip out the DK.
Wait, everyone?
Everyone in Centralia has a pocket DK. Myself, Chocket, Jarbo, our top players, everyone has a pocket DK, and
They're
it's
ace
hardly
in the
thanks to-
hole.
At the time, Smash 4's #1 player in PNW was Conga, a DK King, and then our local player Austin actually got invited by Nintendo for a couple events, main DK, and he pretty much won all of our brackets for the first couple months here in Centralia. So yeah, everyone has a pocket DK up here, and we love it. We love DK.
Quick question, since I didn't realize I was on camera. Did you see me eating my banana, and did I pick my nose?
No.
Did not pick
No.
your nose, didn't eat a banana. You're good.
Awesome. I'm batting 100. Sorry, I'll shut up.
If you didn't mention it, we wouldn't have brought it up.
It didn't happen. You passed the
No.
test.
The School
Good
of
job.
DK, thank you.
Yeah, but everyone has a pocket DK. I actually learned DK just so my players could have match-up experience against Conga for when we went up north to play UW for different crew battle stuff. So, and then it just kind of spiraled out of control from there. Ex-player of mine who mained Lucina out of nowhere started maining DK, and he just actually placed second at a local out here. I think he dropped one game to Jarbo actually, and then I don't know who he lost the other game to, but yeah, everyone has a
School
pocket
of
DK.
Monkey.
It's a good skill check character. He's fun. He's exciting. He's fun to play against, and I don't think you
it's
get too
like
much of
if
that.
you-
It's cool.
You gotta learn how to deal with the funky monkey.
Exactly. A lot of
It's
skill
like-
check stuff. This here. Back on the Min. Come on, Chocket.
Hey, Min.
All right, Min versus Snake. I really wanted to see Chocket really maximize how many characters he can show off here, but we'll see how this Min matchup goes. Looks like we do have on the production side a mouse on the screen. Get that move soon, be awesome. Let's see. I think the idea of the Min is to kind of outspace what Snake's trying to do, and Snakes really rely on opponents coming at them while they have grenades active, whether to trade 1-for-1 or to get on their shield, where Min doesn't have to approach. So that might be the reasoning here for Chalk-It. And all that being said, again, I do know Chalk-It well. He's my student. I know he doesn't play a ton of Min, but Min is an online demon. We'll see how it works, but
I would say Min is one of those cases of like even though you can not have a lot of experience with Min, a lot of people don't have a lot of experience with Min.
That is a great point, valid point.
Like almost all of my matches with most of the DLC characters are learning how to fight them.
I'm the same way. I don't have the time these days with all the other stuff to really get them, but Drago did end up taking the first stock here only at 98%, which is not a lot for Snake. Again, being one of the heavier characters in the cast. We'll see if Chalk-It can make some sort of ground back up.
He's deceptively heavy. I didn't know he was like super heavyweight.
Yep, I believe he's the third heaviest, just behind Bowser and you don't remember. I'll have to look it up. We can have our stat checker do it.
I want to say
Snake is one of the heaviest. K-Rool possibly, you might be right on that one. So we'll see what Chalk can do here. He's having a lot of trouble getting through this wall that Drago's putting up. Again, one of the big strengths of Snake. That being said, Drago just gave up stage control, but didn't matter. F-Tilt gonna knock Chalk-It off stage. Chalk-It gonna not be able to recover, so he's gonna have to make a 3-stock comeback here against Drago.
Man, this is rough.
This looks like
now at this point, Drago can kind of do whatever he wants.
Exactly. Just keep playing his game. Honestly, Drago's mind, it may even be, hey, get a timeout if you need in this matchup. So we'll see if Drago has the patience for it. Uh-oh. F-Smash?
Seeing how Drago played his upper characters, I don't think he's going to be aiming for a timeout.
True, and that's something I do like to see with young guys, but also, in serious games where it matters, you have to understand every win condition you have available, and as a Snake player, if he does play a bit of Snake, you need to make sure you have that in your pocket, being able to camp out your opponent. Chalk-It being a Palu and Puff player, actually, a lot, he understands that idea well. That being said, we haven't seen Chalk-It whip up the Puff today, have we?
I don't believe so, no. But we have seen him whip out all 3 of the Mii characters.
Yep, he likes his Miis. Original main, I think, was Mii Sword Fighter. Good backer there by Chalk-It. Chalk-It, if he can clean up this stock without taking too much more percent, he's actually going to have a realistic
comeback
chance
is very well possible here.
Ooh, that's going to be an F-Smash.
Ooh,
not
not
going to
bad.
get stuck just yet. Wait from Snake really coming to play here. There's an air dodge. He's going to get punished. No punish. Dash attack from Drago. Going to set up another edge trap opportunity. Good run and grab. Forward throw into Nikita. Chalk-It does get back.
Drago's definitely playing well around the weakness of Min, but she doesn't have a lot of vertical reach, but her horizontal reach is yes.
Chalk-It calls out that third roll by Drago, so definitely down percent, but just like that, 37 to 74. This is getting fairly even. A little nerve-wracking for Drago.
I'm impressed.
Chalk-It complete combat. Back throw into F-Smash. Drago's gonna have to go high. He read the high jump, but wasn't able to get anything. F-Tilt not gonna stock yet. Now Nikita hit to the wrong side.
That rocket sent in the wrong direction. That could be the thing that makes or breaks this.
I will see one good smash attack from Min with the heavy hammer as we see him switch to it right now. Good C4 usage by Drago. Chalk-It calls out the Drago jump. He actually has a percent lead. Oh no, this would be it.
Oh,
the
Dragon was that hitbox?
Call back that hitbox. Dragon all the way on the arm side still gets a good hit.
Wow.
And that's going to take a stock. So, I mean, credit to Chalk-It keeping his cool, but...
That was a crazy comeback.
Crazy comeback. It's definitely something Min-Min's capable of, especially online. Fun note, Japan has considered actually banning Min-Min for a lot of the online tournaments for various reasons, mainly being it's not very engaging to play with and against, and was kind of running rampant for quite a while there in Japan. I think they moved past that potential ban phase, but definitely just a kind of Japan regional thing. They were just tired of seeing the Min-Mins. Japan is a region really prone to camping slower characters. That's a style that they cultivate out there, so not surprised.
While we have a break,
comeback, Ralph.
It was pretty nice. However,
Cool.
I want to segue to mention we've got sitting in chat PC Coach Cat, who is the incoming esports coach for Peninsula College, where
Oh.
Drago is where Running Solo Drago is, currently attending and playing in, here supporting them. So I just wanted to give a shout out, Coach Cat. Welcome to the group. Looking forward to playing against you. All right, take it away, folks.
All right, Chalk,
match
early
point.
neutral win here. All right, no platforms. That is probably a hindrance for Snake. When we say Chalk again is colorblind,
That's
in
gonna
the
be a
sense that Final
big boon for
Destination is
Chalk
hard
here.
for him to see. I would have to imagine Min Min really excels. That being said, Min Min may want platforms to help recover, but we'll see. I don't know the
True.
matchup knowledge that well. But
I would
here
just
we
say
see
here that,
classic camping
Drago-
culture.
Drago's definitely gonna have to be a bit more mobile in their play to dodge all these arms being thrown at them.
He's eating the bad end of these trades right now, down 85% to 5. Again, Snake very heavy. He almost doesn't care about his percent a lot. Again, you can recover low against Min Min pretty well. She can two-frame with the Dragon smash attack, but not the easiest to do. Missed tech there by Chalkit. No punish, though, from Drago. You see Drago now actually trying to close the gap after the early kind of losses trying to play at range against this Min Min. Dash attack not going to connect, but good follow-up with the jab from Drago. Chalkit able to get back. Drago evening up these percents, though. And even percents are what Snakes want. Ooh, Chalkit. So I know what happened there. That shouldn't have killed, but Chalkit thought he was going to die. So he air dodged to stop his momentum, and the air dodge put him just close enough to the last zone.
Oh. That's
So it's
rough.
good and bad. It stops your momentum, but when you first input that air dodge, it does move you slightly towards the blast zone as you connect with an S-Smash kill to even up stocks. Good Angel platform move there from Drago. A pretty good percent here on this even second stock. In game 3, do or die, winner goes to losers finals.
Quick switch out to the boomerang arm. That has a strange arc, but looks really reliable.
It's one of the best chip tools, poke tools, combo tools for Min Min. I believe the arm is called a Ram Ram. I could be wrong on that. Oh, Drago, understanding the spacing of that rapid jab, just turns around and lands a smash attack.
That was just
Another
really
early lead here.
comedic.
I don't know if this lag is player side or what's happening.
Oh,
That's
that looks like player side.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't cause too much issues. Again, Chalkit, not a fan of online already, but as a college esports athlete, you have to make some concessions, and that is one of them. You have to play online sometimes. Good grab there by Drago. He gets knocked out. Another good grab. Drago racking up his percent. Chalkit going to die on this one. I don't think he can get back.
Oh, no.
He's going to catch that. I don't think Chalkit could have got back anyway, so Drago keeping his cool after the 3-stock comeback by Chalkit and taking that game 3 to move on to the losers semis.
That'll be, if I remember correctly, Dragon versus Drago.
Dragon vs. Drago, what our commentating booth has been calling for and wanting, so welcome back in, Ralph here.
Mainly
Thoughts
because
on that
of the
game, Ralph?
names.
Hey, thank you for letting me know that I'm back on. I super appreciate that. I'm actually trying to make sure we can get Jarbo in. Looks like we're having some trouble connecting. Hopefully, Jarbo will get back in, and we'll have him queued up and ready to join you. I actually missed that game. Where are we at in this series? Get me up to speed. Did Drago take it? Did Chalkit come back? What's going on?
Drago did take it. In the game 2, Chalkit had a 3-stock comeback to force the game 3. But Drago ended up taking the game 3 with an extra stock to go. So we will have Dragon and Drago here in losers semis. Sorry, losers finals rather. My apologies.
That is the script that we wrote. That's what the goals have been asking for.
I'm happy
We're
it
gonna
eventually
deliver.
happened.
Yeah. I mean, and we got our Squimples Dragon matchup too. So I mean,
We got
if
everything,
you're GHC,
really.
you cannot complain. We are waiting for Jarbo to come in here, and then I think we're gonna have Jacob and Jarbo cast this next one.
Let's go.
For screen reasons, Carson want to keep you. Oh, hey, we got Jarbo. There he is.
Let's
Woo!
go, Jarbo.
Hey!
Oh no,
I'm
audio.
not hearing
Jarbo.
audio. Is
Can't
that
hear
on
you.
our end, Joshua, our producer?
No. Best advice, Jarbo, in your audio devices, if you can set whatever mic you're using to your default, that's what fixed it up for me.
Quick question, Ralph. Who's doing commentary for the finals?
You know, I am just, the idea is I just want to rotate people through. If you need to take off, I know we're running a little bit late. So if you needed to take off, Carson, you know, we could sub somebody
No,
else
that's
in.
not why. I was just wondering.
You're good? Okay. Yeah, no, I don't have a plan other than, you know, keep giving people breaks. Yeah. Just getting
I'd
caught
like
up
to put
on
my vote
chat
in
here.
for Jarbo
PC
for
Coach,
the finals. Definitely his
he's
specialty.
pretty great. He's pretty great. PC Coach Cat says thank you. Looking forward to competing against you as well. Super excited always to see, you know, another person stepping into esports coaching. Of course, Coach Morrow from Peninsula College is going to leave a Coach Morrow shaped hole in our hearts. She has been tremendous and is moving on. But Coach Cat, like, welcome. Super happy to have you. Always actually super happy to see another woman in esports as well. I know Grace Harbor College specifically goes out of their way to say, this is a space for women. This is a space for non-binary. This is a space for trans folks. Of course, we just celebrated yesterday's Trans Day of Visibility. We continue to make efforts to say, LGBTQ community, you belong here. But hey, if we have Jarbo back, Jarbo, do we have audio for you? No, we will keep working on that. Carson and Jacob, take it away.
Meantime, I'll be here. This is, if I remember correctly, a rematch.
I believe these two did not meet in bracket yet, so let's see how this goes. Drago versus Dragon. I believe that's Dragon on the GHC tag. I know we've had him on the Dragon tag before, but that is him on the tag, which means possibly, is there a chance in the finals here we could maybe get a LAN finals? Is both
Ooh, actually, yeah.
and Dragon on site for Grace Harbor? I would love to see them play without the input lag of online. That's just me saying, if production can make it happen, let's make that happen. But let's not take away
They
from
both are indeed here, so it would be possible.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. Looks like Dragon has
Dragon's got a pretty strong lead.
Sorry, other way around. Drago with the lead on Dragon. You are correct. But there's that back air. That's one thing I've actually criticized on Dragon before, not utilizing that back air. That back air is a kill move at those percents. Mewtwo being on the lighter side. Good recognition by Dragon to land that back air.
I love back airs that kill. They're so, like, meaty to watch.
Back airs are great. A lot of characters who have the strong back air killing moves. Any of those kick moves, typically. So good job so far by Dragon. Again, I haven't seen that really at all as he lands an F smash almost for a kill. We see Mewtwo flying off even at 82 after the hit. Good down air for Mewtwo, going to take the stock.
Ooh.
Good job by Drago there. We see
Yeah,
Dragon on the Samus.
Put that forward, or smash. Dragon caught Drago on his tail, which deceptively big hitbox.
Correct. It's one of the two main reasons why Mewtwo isn't really a top tier, despite having really good kill power, great movement, combo game, is extraordinarily lightweight for what he looks like, as well as that tail at all times being an active hurt box. So if you hit the tail, like even on that F tilt, it actually hurts Mewtwo. Oh, great catch by Dragon with the bear to take that early stock.
That was
quick. Mewtwo's very lightweight. Bottom 20 in weights of the 70 whatever character cast that we have.
I think it's almost at 80 now.
Really fast. God, it's amazing. 80 characters in one fighting game, all with amazing IPs. Good job, Nintendo. We got Jarbo audio. Let's go, Jarbo. We can hear you.
I'm in. Yes.
Hey. Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome
I had to change
in.
my mic. Apparently, this website does not like the blue snowball. That makes me sad. I like.
Bit unfortunate. That's right. Glad to just have you in with the audio. It's what we want. Jarbo here is actually a local in Centralia as well. He's been a massive help in building our program. I've used him basically as a kind of gatekeeper for a lot of the Smash athletes that we have in. It's basically like, hey, if you want to get good, go get started by Jarbo for a couple hours, and you will find all your mistakes, all your bad habits very fast. Confidently say I have not taken a game off Jarbo, and I don't think Chocket has either.
I can say, so I was listening to the conversation from earlier talking about the weekly on Saturday. The GamerCat absolutely destroyed me. He 2-0'd.
Speaking of DK, so the GamerCat
everyone
added the DK.
Everyone has leveled up so much, but it also doesn't help that I haven't played this game like hardly at all since like last year. So
Resting is
But
Must have
great.
been doing
Drago's
other
been a
things.
great gatekeeper for us. We love him. Dirty Mario. If you make a mistake, you're gonna get punished, and you get styled on a little bit too. So if you have an opportunity to play Jarbo,
Yeah.
definitely do
Right.
it.
I'll leave it to you two.
All right, well, here we are going to like what? This is like game 2?
This is
I
game
guess-
2. Dragon,
Game
who
two.
has a GHC tag, he is up 1-0 against Drago. Drago with the character swap to Marth. So let's see how this works out for him. Nice F smash there. Gets the
Yeah.
little hitbox though.
Yeah, I was. Who was he playing in the last game? I had a difficult
He was on
time trying to
Mewtwo.
keep track. He was on Mewtwo. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. That was a down air into up smash show. What
Down
are we
into
playing, melee
tipper
here?
up smash. I'm surprised it didn't kill. So we see.
I
so
think
far,
it might have
Drago's
just
kinda
been because
pushing
Sam's is
forward.
great. Oh, dude, what was that 2-frame forward smash? Oh my god, that was gross.
2-frame tipper forward smash from Marth. Brutal hit. Good Zero
That's
continuation
disgusting.
there from Dragon. Let's see what kind of punish Drago gets. Drago, no punish on the
Dude, look at that
program
movement.
stage.
Can we talk about Dragon's movement for just a moment, just to get around the forward tilt and up tilt, bro?
Absolutely. And really good utilization from Dragon from the down B bombs from Samus to stall those recoveries.
Yeah. Yep. Going. All right. Good call going for that up B. Smart counter to follow that up.
Good
The thing
counter.
about Samus too. The thing about Samus to keep in mind too is that Samus is really difficult to cross up on shield because her up B is unbelievably fast out of shield. Like when I say
And
unbelievably
hits
fast, I mean
surprisingly
unbelievably fast. Yeah, that's a pretty massive hitbox. You also got to
Good
respect the
recovery.
forward air too. Cause like I think right about here, if Drago doesn't, ooh, nice there. If Drago doesn't DI it correctly, you could die from a forward air. But that was a really smart counter to beat out the Zare. Oh, and going in
Drago
deep
is a
for that
big
edge guard. I like that. I like that a lot.
So Jag with a nice 2-stock lead here, does have 116% on him, but
Ooh.
already built up 37% credit with this little up air string. Good nair out of shield. Drago gives up a little bit of stage control there. See if Dragon can punish. Good dash
God,
attack.
well, how do we... Oh, yo, hold on. We got
Charge
trick shots here. Can we talk about that for a second?
Great. Oh, but calls out the jump with the
that was a
tipper F
great
smash.
call out. That was a
Marth
great
tipper
call
F
out.
smash, killing 84 after hit against Samus, and Samus is pretty heavyweight, I believe top 20 as well. But Marth tippers are brutal, and they're satisfying to hit. Nice job by Drago.
Yeah.
Drago there to hit that.
That was fun to watch.
That
Good
was actually
Marth
like,
play
that
is
was actually
very
like a pretty
cool.
crazy series. Not gonna lie. I mean,
I-
the Mark switch definitely did help because that was we just witnessed murder.
I know
Straight
a
up.
lot of people hold like vitriol towards them, but I like the Swordy crowd. I have a soft spot for him.
Hey,
It's just a
each
different
their own.
style. People like to complain about anything possible, and it's so easy to identify a sortie as the reason why you're struggling. I do it, so
I might also be biased because I used to main Roy. Like
Hey,
reverse
Roy's a
Marth.
different
Yeah,
kind of
no, there's
sortie,
bias. No, there's bias. Straight up bias.
There's definite bias there.
I mean, I complain about Sortie's range all the time beating me, but Jarbo mains Mario, probably the lowest range character in the game, and I still get outspaced. So it's not the Sorties that are beating me, it's me beating me. But I like to complain that it's the
Yeah.
Sortie's fault that I'm losing.
Yeah. No, that's
Sorties
absolutely how
make
it
a
is.
good
Like, in Mario,
scapegoat.
it's like
Yeah.
in the Mario match specifically, because like Mario has such a hell of a time trying to get in. But I was like, all right, here we go. Going into game 3, going to Lilac.
Lilac
I-
This has been a Dragon counterpick we've seen a lot so far. It is a fairly good Samus stage, having the even platforms all the way across the top, since all her projectiles move in that straight line. You can actually cover a lot of ground with those, as well as the Zare, and we've seen a lot of Zare out of Dragon so far. No continuation there for Drago. Good single fair, though. Let's see if we can get stage control back. Dragon, nice
I like
up
that up B. I like that up B a lot. Ooh,
Drago
just
misses
barely missed that
the
forward smash.
fishing F smash. That would have been a very hard hit. Good. There's no jump here for Dragon. Let's see if Drago recognizes it. Does recognize, but isn't able to punish. Charge F smash. Not going to connect there. Good dash attack by Dragon. Ooh, no call it again on the missed tech there. I like that grab. First drag we've seen out of Drago so far. It's always good to mix in those grabs. As we see
Yeah.
Dragon calling out the jump and the Zare. I don't know if Drago had a jump there. I believe the Zare stole the jump.
It didn't look like he did. I like that lockdown though. Locking him down with the bombs. Just gotta keep him in place. Because the thing is too,
Ooh,
Bombs did,
Marth dash
bombs
attack.
for
That's a
really
Cardinal Sin
gross,
as a Marth player.
great setup. Hold on. Yo, that Nair bailed him out so well. Can we talk about that for a sec?
Yeah, Nair into the back air on the platform landing. Very nice from Dragon. I see that back air. It's a meaty kill move. I see a little bit of lag from the players. Drago doesn't hesitate. He sees a little bit of lag, charges the up smash, and lands the tipper. But down a lot of percent here.
Like, oh, you're suffering from net play. Let me punish you for that. Let me
I'm
punish
playing
you
for
for your
the
suffering.
sponsorship prizes right now. I don't care about your lag. Ooh, Drago going for the counter, gonna get punished.
Oh,
Not able to
almost
connect.
got it.
That
Ooh,
would
that
have
would've
killed
been
for
so
sure.
cool.
That upper that high. See what kind of punish Dragon get. Dragon gives up center stage. You see if he gets punished for it. So that was really close there. So if Drago actually gets a sweet spot on that down air, it's true into F smash, which could have killed. We're gonna see a back throw setup. No, up throw going for the kill instead. Dragon off a little bit on the percents, not able to get that kill.
Well, I like that parry.
Oh no, two frame.
Got pineapple. I like that.
So we have Drago at full rage. Full rage Marth is scary. Any tipper hit potentially could take a stock.
Yeah, right about now, any hit, any like
Good
strong
back
hit,
air,
any
gets
tipper hit.
edge guard. Oh no, he went for the counter read. But Drago maintaining, holding on to the stock as long as possible. Fair will take
There it is.
So Dragon
That
sitting
fair is
on.
Sorry.
Definitely has a stock
That
lead.
fair is
High
on his
percent.
like a.
They can hit hard. Fair and back air from Samus. Actually, so as well as down air. They're all meaty hits. That's something we've seen a lot out of Dragon. Up being as soon as somebody gets above him, and it's paying dividends right now. Drago is able to get back on stage. Eats another fair. Good Zair again from Dragon. And there's no jump here for Drago.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Dude, Dragon? He went off.
Yep.
Straight up.
Dragon call a lot of Drago's jumps with that Zair, and not having a jump trying to recover is very difficult to do on any character, especially Marth.
Oh yeah.
So good recognition by Dragon, catching those jumps and pushing the aggression.
About midway through that, like, I love seeing just how slippery Dragon can be using those bombs, going from like a platform and bouncing off of a bomb onto the lower part of the stage. It's so fun to watch.
Dragon was like a snake, dude. Just like his mobility was just so good, which is funny because like I've seen Samus as more like tanky type character. You know, hardly mine is like upbeat some little tricks here and there, which I have seen done. Samus is not known for mobility, like straight up, and that was like the most mobile Samus I've seen in a while.
I would like to see Dragon start to incorporate maybe some B reverses too, make that even slippier, because of how good have we seen him landing that back air. If you can get your opponent to commit to something as Samus, the punish game is great. And we didn't really see too much of that yet, but clearly wasn't needed. Down Bs were able to mix up his momentum enough, and he was able to get back. He never really got juggled, which is usually a weakness of Samus.
And for that matter, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, Jarbo.
Okay, I was gonna say Samus can also juggle pretty hard too, because like I've seen it where Samus basically just has like Mario ladder combos where it's just get a hit, go to the platform, go reset, up air, up B, and depending on the character percentage or stage, that's a kill. Because Samus is up. Samus, that particular string is really really strong.
Well, we get to see some more Samus. Can we get the bracket up, because we are headed into what could be our final match?
Finale.
Squimples and Dragon coming up from that lower bracket in what could be game 14, and we may go all the way to game 15. That's right. If Dragon wins, we have a bracket upset. Squimples falls to the lower bracket and has to take it from Dragon again. We'll see if that happens. Folks, I want to stick with the same three of you casting. There's a lot of terrific energy here. It's pretty great stuff. So thank you, Joshua. You can bring it back to all of us now. So Squimples and Dragon are getting in right now. I am super excited for that. I'm also excited to give away this to somebody. I've had some more entries come in. Yeah, well,
I put in mine. I put in mine when you announced it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, we're giving it away after the end of the series. Take it away, folks.
Let's do this.
So here we go. Game one. Town and City has an interesting starter.
Want to note, Squimples is on winner side of this bracket, but this is also a best of 5, so plenty of time to counterpick. Dragon really fishing for those up Bs, not landing much, so Squimple is doing a good job avoiding those so far. But as soon as he gets in, he needs to capitalize. So we see down throw into Nair, up air, misses the next string. Good up air string here. Oh, he went for the up tilt.
Oh, let's
That
go.
would have
Do more of it.
stock.
Oh
my god!
my god! Hold on, Squimples. Bro,
That was
it's
a
only game
beautiful
one.
spike.
It was.
Down
It's
tilt
only.
into
It's only
down
game
air.
one, bro. Chill.
And one
Like,
thing I've
you're
seen out of
supposed to
Squimples,
like
his
each other at the end of
confirms.
this.
Squimples hits his confirms. If
I
he
get-
gets it down there, he's
I
either
get-
going to hit
I-
a knee. It's great. So good.
He's either
And
gonna get a
and
knee,
refresh my
or
mem-
he's gonna get like.
I was gonna say, refresh my memory on the lore here, but aren't these two like friends?
They're supposed to be, yes.
Okay, well, in this,
But
well,
it's
I'm
just
not stopping
your
this
description.
right now. Friendship ended.
I'm saying somebody owes somebody dinner to make up for this one, because Squimples, that was a brutal
gonna-
opening.
Dude, yeah.
Friendship's gonna end faster than a game of Mario Party.
Oh god.
Good recovery by Dragon, gets a drag down fair. Oh,
Oh,
Squimples
what a
with the
down
well
smash to
read.
call the roll!
Not
It
bad.
is a habit I've noticed out of Dragon from earlier matches this week when he played another one players. As he
Nice
starts
charge
over the
beam.
stock. Dragon does have a habit of wanting to roll in a lot to center stage when he gets towards the edge, so good call out by Squimples.
Ooh,
Dragon
almost
able
got,
to
he
get
actually
back
almost got that
recovered
stop
there.
there again.
Ooh, nice
Nice.
catch
Kinda
with the
seemed
back
like the
air.
culmination
Wow.
of this.
So what I've seen so far is, I know these players, Ralph was saying how they're usually pretty even. Let's see if he can land the knee to finish it. No, he's not going to go for it. Ooh,
Oh,
good
yeah,
jump.
it's so
honestly,
good,
like,
though.
Up there,
Jump,
up. No, honestly, like up being there would be like the better finisher.
Right. Absolutely.
But okay, the up B probably would have been the better finisher, but it's not the knee.
That's
It's
true.
a valid
Like,
point.
that's true,
That's
but
an
you just gotta
unfortunate
go for the
fact.
kill. He. Oh man, dude,
Again, we're
Squimple
playing for
almost got the
sniper
reset
prizes,
there.
boys.
I understand it's the grand finale, but you still gotta keep the style.
Ooh, good
Oh,
down air.
oh,
Uppy
oh.
there would have connected
Stop.
for a stock, but misses a confirm.
Going
Sis
for
Squimples
it.
gets
Okay,
up
got
air
the up.
confirm.
Right, up air, up air.
So
Well, I
back
got a
air
little
going,
land.
up tilt will
Ooh.
go. That sucks.
What hit?
I think
I
it was F tilt.
Dude, what was that trade?
I want to say that was either an F tilt or a down smash.
That had to have been F tilt
That
that
looked.
quick.
Yeah,
coming
no,
down.
F tilt would not have killed there. That had to have been down smash. That was just a buffer
Yeah.
down smash.
I want to give a little insight here. I'm thinking, from what we've seen, especially out of Falcon players, I'm seeing Squimples get a lot of callouts here, calling out jumps, calling out rolls, calling out patterns on recovery. I think he's adapted a lot more to how much experience these two have playing against each other, being Squimples and Dragon. I think Squimples
His
is
fundamentals
making
were
the
just on
adjustments.
point.
That too. His
Going
His
right
fundamentals
back
were
there.
absolutely on point that whole game. Like that was all Squimples all the time.
We're on to Kalos. Surprisingly, not no longer a tournament legal stage in our PR, P, and W games, but I love this
Yeah.
stage. I'm so happy it's not a stage.
Yeah,
they have moved this
it's been replaced by a Northern Cave. Oh, hold on, yo,
Huh. Interesting trade
you're
there.
attacked.
And another one.
Oh my God, he did it again. Yo, Squimples.
And that's a timing thing. It doesn't have that much priority.
Man's on a
Squimples
mission.
just knows
He
what
wants.
he's doing.
He wants that charging
It's-
base.
It's about sending a message.
I'll say
Dragon,
this:
nice
message
recovery there.
fully
Lands the
sent.
back here. Doesn't get anything off of it. Dragon turnaround F smash gonna set Squimples to recover. I want to see Dragon be a bit more aggressive on those edge guards though. At times, every once in a while, you got to show your opponent you can get out there. Nice up B out of shield from
All right.
Dragon. Punish the Squimples
answer.
aggression.
That was a
I know
solid
NG
anti-air,
brought
so
up
okay.
NG brought up some interesting
my
points
God.
about Dragon, and normally he's really, really defensive, but then there are these points where he like spontaneously goes full offensive and just lands a killing blow.
That's good. You got to have those mix up. The one thing I've seen a lot of him. Nice down air from Squimples. Not able to connect
Oh my
there.
God.
That could have
Up
been
air one
lethal.
more time.
Yo, we're playing hacky sack with the bounty
Nice
hunter
there.
here.
Squimple's taking first stock only at 98%, up to 109, 124. See if Dragon
I
takes
like the
stock
missiles.
fast.
I like the
Oh, no,
missiles.
what's the
Ooh.
punish? He went for the
Oh,
knee.
didn't quite hit.
Not a
Use
huge
that
fan of the
missile to keep
option. I
his
think I would have
distance.
rather see a down air or something more aggressive.
Another
maybe an up air
wild
screen.
trade. What the heck? Okay.
171
Ah,
though.
just
That just
barely
means
missed
that's
the
full
spike.
rage Falcon right here.
How is he still alive?
Up, he's gonna
There we
go.
go.
Oh, now he's
There
back.
you go. Full rage Falcon's scary.
He was
One good
at like
up air
191. He had to like get rid of him like immediately.
And again, that's something Dragon can't have happen over the course of these next games. He needs to take those stocks fast, find those moments to be aggressive and get in there. As we have great charge shot and dash attack follow-up. Dragon going back, just keeping center stage. Great up B to call out the jump from Squimples. Squimples always pressing forward here, and Dragon, he's starting to get a bit more control, has the lead currently.
Yeah, right now, like, he's doing a solid job of making sure that Squimples. But, oh my God! Never mind. I take it back.
As soon as we think Squimples is starting to lose his control.
I was about to say Dragon was just like, yo, hold on, this man only knows one speed. That's just fast and forward, and I'm just gonna go around and then hit
I'm gonna
behind.
send you straight down.
And then Squimple said, wait a sec, hold up. You went around and above me, but not below. That's where you're going.
One thing, no, I mean, Squimples.
Where we're going, we won't need a double jump.
I want to see Dragon start, again, kind of matching that at times. You know, Squimples is coming in a lot. One thing
oh my God, he's going for it again.
Nice fair.
Squimples.
We haven't seen a...
Squimples, no chill.
Good wall jump recovery.
The confidence in this lad.
Yeah, Dragon needs to take this fast. There he is. So, all that being said, this is an even stock game 2.
When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, that's what happens.
Yeah, just... Man.
Oh, we almost got a full follow-up after that, too.
This is like the maximum speed that I was hoping to see here.
Dragon has abandoned that up B to counter the Squimples.
Oh my God, great.
Look at these conversions. Back throw going to set up an edge opportunity
Dude,
for
hold on, Dragon. He could take this game. Nice roll.
Oh, Squimples throws
edge guard.
Is able to get it.
Okay, he kept the jump. Quite. Oh, that was so good.
Dash
attack.
Great.
No, he survived.
Oh my God.
Downer confirmed into the knee.
Oh! Way. Dude.
I'm sorry if I blew up the stream, but oh my God.
Gets the downer into reverse knee sweet spot. Gets the confirm.
Oh my God.
Confirms. If he gets it down there, you're getting hit by something. Great.
A man after my own heart. That was beautiful. Ooh. That was awesome.
Dragon almost had it.
He almost had it.
That was so good.
Yeah, Dragon.
Appalachia would have killed. My heart.
Dragon.
Oh my word.
Dragon was like in control of that last stock, and then Squibble was just like, yo, hold on, let me introduce you to a reflex test. You're the reflex test, and just right in.
So, Jarba, what adjustments do you think Dragon needs to make here to try to take a game here?
He's got to stop Squimple's sheer aggression. That's literally it. And I'll say this: up until that knee, he was in absolute control for that game. Absolute control.
My big hope here for Dragon is that it doesn't get him down. He needs to keep that confidence high. Understand that he was playing great, and then start saying that Falcon did Falcon things.
Yeah. Missed a drop down.
Oh, the seat. Okay, he goes for the nair. Confirm that time.
Nair to nair, I like.
Even percent here on first stock. Good little neutral footsies being
roll,
played there.
I like
Both
it.
Characters nice and safe. Oh no, that's gonna get punished.
Oh
no!
Oh! Let me give you another one.
So Squimples, he's actually changed his play in this game. He's not all out aggression right now. He's kind of playing footsies and jumping around Dragon, getting him to commit.
Yeah.
So nice
adjustment.
adjustment.
Caught on to that, like a lot of Dragon's moves have a lot of end lag.
Exactly, and he's taking advantage of that right now. We see Squimples, he's kind of jumping around versus always just throwing out moves, waiting for Dragon to commit something, using that great mobility from Falcon, as we see that landing nair into dash attack to reset neutral. Oh, back air connects, both players going for the back air there, but Dragon getting the better trade of it. Dragon trying to zone out Squimples, Squimples going for the up air, not able to connect, goes for the F tilt, no jump here for Dragon, does get back on stage.
Yeah, it's under grab really, really strong. A lot of people sleep on that.
Good down
big
tilt.
down tilt. That down tilt's huge.
Ooh,
yeah, no jump.
Yep.
Jump got eaten.
That down tilt. That down tilt took his jump.
Yep. So this is tournament stock for Dragon. If Squimples gets this, that is game.
He's going. Yeah.
That's the end.
Squimples is the man. Squimples is the man on the mission. He won't let. He won't let that get to him.
Yeah, Dragon's
got to keep a level head and get a free stock comeback here.
Oh no, any punish here? No punish from Squimples. Down air.
Oh.
Oh, he goes for the falling up air. I like that. I know what he's going for. Goes for the hard read up smash. Not able to connect. Squimples. Nice confirm.
Oh
Nair
my
one.
god, yo,
That's all
that
she
was
wrote.
single hit Nair. That was
Nair
single hit
one
Nair into me.
Sweet spot fair. Let's go, Squimples. The confirms on point. Looking like Lucina out here with the confirms. Woo. Okay, at least he ended the games in
That's
style.
wild.
I think that is the best
That's
thing.
wild.
That was awesome.
That was wonderful.
That's a Squimples tournament bracket win.
Yes, it
Squimples
is.
literally took the momentum off of that down air knee and just said, I'm just going to run this throughout the entire game, and you cannot stop me no matter how hard you try.
It started with that down
Straight
tilt
up.
down air for the first stock. Oh my gosh. And he just felt it from there. It was over. He had the confidence. He played with that Falcon swagger. That was, again, Nair 1 into Sweet Spot Fair. I don't think I see that very often, but that's a great confirm.
I've never seen that.
I think that might have
It's
been
not
like
very
a...
long
Lucina
time.
thing. Like, that's not a Falcon thing, I didn't think.
That looked more like just a completely improvised thing of like, oh hey, he's at a spot where I can fair him. I'm gonna knee his face into oblivion.
Possibly, but
Oh,
Nair
there you
1...
go. Well, there you go. There's your answer.
A cancel into the ground? That had to have been planned. Is anyone do an interview with Squimples? Pick his brain on this?
Yeah, there is. Let me grab him. But before I go get him, I just want to say I taught him that.
Sure, Al.
Hey,
All right.
Did he
Hey,
really?
sure you did.
Yo,
I mean,
yo,
I
hold
taught
on.
my
The
players how to
humility
throw
that's
matches,
on
not
display here. The humility is on display here. Can we talk about that for a second? Just saying.
I teach my players how to, throw games, but I don't brag about it all the time.
I teach everybody Donkey Kong.
I do.
Yup.
Donkey Kong is an excellent skill check character. Also, new players that have coming into my arena, I teach them Bowser, because Bowser teaches you how to play the game the right way. If they hit your shield, you up B. If they jump at you, you fair. If they stand back, you empty hop grab. And if you can learn those three things, you can beat 95% of the competitive players
You've
out
described how
yeah.
how I had to learn Game and Watch,
there.
but
Game Watch, that's
without
another-
mentioning.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
hi.
I didn't do my
Well
hair.
done.
Thanks.
Dude, okay, hold on.
So
hold on.
first thing,
Can we- yeah. Go ahead, Jacob. Go ahead, Jacob.
that final confirm, Nair 1 into Sweet Spot Fair, was that planned?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what it had to be,
Wow.
right? The Nair 1 into Fair, that's an awesome confirm. It looks so great. Nice job on that.
Thank you. It's my favorite.
It looks so good. I mean, I know Lucina's
Yeah.
pulled that one off, but
Mhm.
they do the Nair 1 to like S Smash, but Falcon, Nair 1 into... I'm going to have to pick that one up. That was cool.
Yeah.
I guess second, very first stock you took, down tilt into down air, thing of perfection. That was
Thank you.
beauty.
Yeah,
That
he's a
being
tough
said,
opponent.
could Dragon have DI'd out on that? Is that true? Or is he DI'd
on-
in?
The down tilt to down air?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have DI'd that.
Okay.
It's just that, of course,
so
it
it wasn't
happens the down tilt, since you have like a weird angle, so you want to hold in, and so you
Yep.
can kind of get him to down after.
I mean, I didn't expect it, and I coach this game, so I'm not surprised he got caught DI in on that one.
Neither did I.
What do you wanna ask,
I've been
Jacob?
playing this game for years, and I've watched like so many like regional pros like bust out Falcon. I'm just like, I've never seen that before. And I've gone around the tournament circuit for like 5 years.
Dang.
I
So yeah.
have a soft spot for anything involving Captain Falcon because I cannot play Captain Falcon. My brain cannot process the game fast enough to play Falcon, but I love watching him.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
super
gonna
fun.
say,
Love him.
if you think your brain can't process Ultimate Falcon, just watch Melee Falcon. Your brain will freaking melt.
Oh, yeah,
I can't
Melee
watch
Falcon is
anything of
the thing to
Melee.
do.
So Squimples, I believe it's Bodhi, right?
Yeah, Bodhi.
Bodhi, yeah, awesome. Because I see your name a lot. I know you play Valorant for GHC also. So I guess take us through at least that last game. How are you feeling? Winner side bracket. When did you know you had it in the bag? How'd that last game go?
The last game, there wasn't really one point where I thought I had it because Dragon's super really. I mean, I play him pretty often because we were both like same college, and then so we scrim a lot, and he's really good at coming back. Like you can't ever count that man out. So I was really nervous the
I
entire
noticed
time.
that.
Yeah.
I noticed
That
that throughout,
second game.
throughout the second game. Throughout the second game, just like that last stock, he was until you hit him with that down with the Falcon special down air knee. I was like, maybe Dragon might be able to take this game if he just continues on the pace that he's on, and he just said no. I can't let you do
Yeah,
this.
he caught me with that dash attack. I thought I was in, but I DI'd pretty well, and then
Yo.
and then I caught him with the Falcon special.
All I mean, it is nice. Did you give any thought to going into that final grands being on the winner side, knowing that Jargon would have to reset the bracket? Were you kind of maybe playing different, understanding that you had essentially 2 sets, or was it full bore the whole time from the start?
I just played the same way I usually play them. I mean, I have to adjust my playstyle a little bit for Samus just because all the projectiles, it's hard for me to get in. So I just adjusted my playstyle that way and just went with it.
Any thoughts on his final counterpick to Yoshi's? I feel like that's a good Falcon stage. I was kind of curious to see the Yoshi's instead of Lilac.
Yeah. I mean, it does have the walls, so it's helpful for Falcon, but then Samus can also wall hop. And then with all the little morph balls, I think they're called, and hopping is really it's dangerous because they can really.
It also doesn't hurt for Samus that I believe Yoshi's is like a really small upper blast line. So if Dragon was able to get you with that with like a Samus ladder, I'm certain that's true. Samus ladder.
I feel like that stage was like
killed.
almost perfect for either of them, really. Like had the walls for Falcon, and oh god.
Give it a good twist, maybe.
Darkness comes.
There we go. Lights back on.
Howdy.
It could go either way.
Wrap it up. We gotta get out of here.
I'm sorry. There's a lot to talk about.
I don't think we'll hold any longer. Bodhi, as our champion here, again, this is sponsored by WSEA and HyperX for the prizes. Anything you want to say to the tournament host, to your fans, to our Twitch chat?
Thanks for showing up, everybody, and good games to everybody I played and everybody else who played. It was fun to watch.
Good games indeed.
It was fun to commentate. I want to thank Ralph and, of course, GHC and, again, WSEA for putting this on. Anything to promote the cause of esports, especially college and high school esports, I'm all for. I know Ralph coming back on the screen is all for. So really happy you guys put this on for us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, before we go, actually, there's one more thing left to do. I did do the prize drawing, and Foxtrot wins it. So
let's go, Foxtrot.
Hats off to Foxtrot. Foxtrot from, I think it's John C. So Foxtrot, I don't know if you're still here or not, but we have you in Discord. We will be in touch. We will get this shipped out to you. And, $20 go into Squimples and $10 go into Dragon as our prize purse. And gosh, thank you all so much. And, the people behind the scenes, specifically Joshua, aka Milkmail, one of our students who's doing the production for the first time tonight, and in my opinion, did a bang up job. So, actually, I don't think he knows how to end the stream.